Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, thank y'all for being in the comments waiting. Welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for being here so early. All right, so how have y'all been? We're going to be talking about if he loves you, he will provide. Lately, I've been getting the question a lot. Well, what about true love? Money doesn't have anything to do with it. Yes, it does. Because if he truly loved you, he wouldn't want you struggling and he would want you happy and he wouldn't want you clocked in 9 months pregnant. So if he really loves you, he will provide. Okay. And y'all know this. A lot of women don't want to admit this to themselves because they're dealing with dust. And that's quite all right. You'll come around one day. You'll figure it out one day. And a lot of people get upset because they know this is the truth. If a man really loves you, he's going to find a way to provide. Just like if you have a child, if you really love your child, you're going to find a way to take care and provide for your child. And I'm not comparing women to children, but in the aspect of a man being more masculine, more muscular, more cut out for working versus a woman, they are the natural providers in nature. So if he loves you, he's not going to want you to struggle. He's not going to want you to suffer. He's going to want to provide for you. That's love. Okay. So a lot of y'all are looking, that's the closest thing you're going to find to conditional love when it comes to when you're first meeting someone or you're in a relationship. That's the closest you're going to come to unconditional love is if they are providing for you. Otherwise, you're exchanging, this for that, or going 50-50, or that's more condition. So you got to understand, a lot of y'all are confused and don't really understand what love means when it comes to relationships or marriage. Okay. A lot of y'all think it's lust or infatuation when it is not. When someone cares more about your well-being and your happiness, and they do what they need to do in order for you to feel safe, comfortable, and happy while you're in their presence, that's love. You know what I mean? Uh-oh, thank you, Danielle. Your boyfriend will pay for the entire apartment if you move to Jersey City. You really want to move to NYC, but he says you will have to contribute to the rent. Okay. Well, if he can't afford it, he can't afford it. That's the type of man that at least is trying to compromise and pay the bills, but he can't afford to live where you want to live. So it's literally up to you what you're going to choose. If that's where you want to live, that's where you want to live. If not, if that's a deal breaker, that's a deal breaker. Some people will say, okay, that's great. Some people will say, no, I just can't. Which one are you? Okay, I can't answer that for you because I don't even know what that is. Like, I've never been there, so I can't tell you if that's good or bad. Is that a good place or a bad place? I've never been to Jersey City, so I couldn't tell you. All right. I'm from the South. Okay. You said it's a bad place. If it's bad, I ain't going there. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Do you have kids? If not, if it's just you, you don't have to worry about the school district. If there's not a lot of crime there, everything is temporary as far as apartments are concerned anyway, unless you're trying to buy an apartment. If you're just renting, you can move at any time. Okay. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not doing that unless that's where I want to be. That's not where you want to be. You'll never be happy anyway. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, if he loves you, he'll provide. And y'all have to keep in mind, ladies, a lot of these men aren't going to have as much money as you want them to have unless you choose the type of man that has that type of money. So if you're with a guy that's close to your age, he's not going to have much more money than you are unless he's like got a trust fund or, some internet, app creator that just earned millions and billions or whatever. Remember, y'all are trying to make these younger guys who barely have any career started do all this stuff for you. You got to go for older guys, okay? Or guys that are less attractive that are willing to spend more on you. You can't demand something of a young man who doesn't even have it yet, hasn't even had time to get it yet. So y'all have to understand, I do teach to date like, older so that you can get more. Now, that's up to you, the age, but remember, if they don't have it career-wise, they can't give it to you. Where do you expect them to get the money from, man? Okay. Now, so for example, if this would be a deal breaker if that man was way older than you. So if you're asking a man, if a man is asking you to move in with him to an apartment, if he's over the age of 40, in New York, I guess apartments are like houses, but if he's over the age of 40, he should be able to afford to live where you want to live by then. He hadn't gotten his life and career together by then, you got something to worry about. But if he's in his 20s or early 30s, that's all that they can afford. So you got to deal with it or date older. We have those options as ladies. We can date older to get more. If that's what you really want. And okay, y'all like the lipstick? Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Tom Ford. It's in the color Illicit Kiss. Illicit Kiss by Tom Ford. That's the lipstick I'm wearing today. I hope you like it. I like it. It's my new favorite. It's really cute for Valentine's Day. Y'all like the switch up? Y'all know I'll be switching it up sometime, baby. Okay. Y'all tired of seeing that them bangs? I'll switch it up for you. Okay. I do that from time to time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, did I go to college? I have 2 degrees. Don't use any of them. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless I'm using them by going live. I don't know. I'm using some parts of it. What is this? Okay. Thank you. You said what? All right, anyway. So, you got to make sure that whoever you're with likes you and loves you enough to provide for you so that you don't have to struggle while you're with a grown, able-bodied man. Okay, that's common sense. If you're with a man, you shouldn't even be struggling 1%. All struggle should be gone if you are with a man. If it's not, you're not with a man. Okay? They're supposed to come into your life to make it better, not worse. Thank you, Sarah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wanting to leave your current provider, y'all live together, he controlling and clingy, how to find time to date other providers if he always wants to be by my side. You need to take up a new activity or a new hobby that he does not like that allows you to get away from him. Or you need to start visiting people that he does not like that allows you to get away from him. So join a church, go visit your mom, join some type of cult or something. Book club, Rotary club, something that he will not want to join, a knitting circle, some type of crafting class in the evening time, something that he is not going to want to be a part of. And you said join a cult. Something he's going to be weirded out by and just leave it to you, okay? You'd be surprised at the lengths that people will go to in order to get away from certain people temporarily. Okay. Yes, a Bible study, whatever. You don't even have to really go there. Just say you're going there. Take some pics. Go there one or two times. Wear something very vague, like something black. And every time you go, like leave in something black and just take lots of pictures and then just post up every time you go. Okay. It's like, I'm at the Bible study. Or take a Bible with you or something and like put your phone up to it and like read scripture and highlight it. And like, he'll just be like, okay, Ange, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have a provider. What ways to keep him interested? What ways is he keeping you interested? Look good, ma'am. That's the only way you're going to keep a man interested. Look good and don't be too clingy and let them continue to chase. Don't tell them everything. Remain a mystery. Men love to chase. They don't want an open book that they can totally predict 100%. That gets boring. So stay exciting. Stay looking good. Have a little mystery to you and don't become a pygmisha. Say no every once in a while. Be a little rude every once in a while. Let them know that they still got to work to keep you. Okay? Because the other stuff, if you're doing too much, it's not a turn on. Thank you, Miss Lucky. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why don't men like clingy women? Because they're not a challenge. Men like to chase. Men like a challenge. It's too easy and boring once they get you. And then like, they may enjoy it for a second, but then they want something else, some new action. So you got to keep it exciting, okay? By not being so clingy, by letting them chase, by letting them wonder where you are, what you're doing. They don't have time to miss you. They'll never appreciate you or miss you. Okay. And if they're providing for you, they're going to be more invested in you anyway. And they're going to be interested in you anyway, because they're going to be interested in their investment. So make sure they're providing. That's number one. And you said that you have a provider, so that's already good. So just keep them guessing. Don't be too much of an open book. Keep an air of mystery and don't be too clingy. Yep. I know it's hard for you younger ladies, but you got to trust that that's not the way. Okay. So a lot of women are out there looking for providers. Great, wonderful. Make sure you're able to attract a provider. And that means you know exactly, where to go, how to look, and definitely get you some Liquid Finesse by Ho Cosmetics. These are pheromones that will literally make men cross the room for you, be more talkative to you, be nicer to you, women too. But this will definitely soften them and attract them to you. I spray this every day. This is my third bottle. All right. So links are in the description bar for this. I always talk about this. A lot of women have already purchased this. Use my code SheRa. I'm going to post here. Y'all can click on it, and there's my code right there. A lot of women will attest that this is a game changer. Okay. So if you're having trouble keeping your man's attention, keeping him being generous and nice, or just getting men to approach and talk to you in general, make sure you look good though, because you got to look good. And get this Liquid Finesse. There's also other pheromones that make men feel like they're falling in love with you, or like they're just very lustfully attracted to you. So there's a little quiz on the website for Ho Cosmetics that you can take to figure out what type of hormones that you want to purchase and how you want them to work for you. But this is like a general Liquid Finesse. It just makes everything go your way, make everyone nicer to you, more open to you, saying yes to you, more generous. So if you got to get one, this is the one that I definitely suggest. You can also pair this with the other pheromones to make them more, intense. All right. So you got to use everything in your arsenal. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know a lot of the pheromones work like I think Press Him, which is the one I also have. It's called Press Him. And it also allows men to feel like they're falling in love with you. So if you have a man Don't spray this around dusties, okay? Wait till you get to the location. Wait till you get into it like a little setting with your man or whoever you're dating, and you spray that on right there. And then like it's gonna have the same effect as if you're ovulating. It's gonna make the man way more attracted to you and make him feel like that they're falling in love with you. So you want to use it only around the type of men that you want to fall for you. Okay. Don't be using it around all anybody and everybody. Just around the specific person. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You can also combine it with different perfumes and whatever because it smells like fresh air. It doesn't have like a scent or anything. It just smells like skin or fresh air. It's like really natural smelling. So you can combine it with whatever perfume. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a good investment because you can use it on anybody. Yes, you can pair it with perfume. hmm Um, I noticed that a lot of people are way nicer to me and sweeter and kinder and just want to linger around a little bit longer when I wear this liquid finesse. Okay, because I know I'm not the sweetest, nicest person in the world. Okay, I already know that. But for some reason, when I wear that, they want to hang around a lot longer. You said, how did I become so confident? I think just because I know who I am and I accept it and I am the best version, or I try to be the best version of me and not anyone else. Like I like to enhance, change things up. I'm not self-conscious about a lot of things. I'll change something up quick. Tomorrow I'll have on this, another day I'll have on that. Like I make whatever I put on myself do what it do. You know what I'm saying? I'm the fuel behind it all. So I think of myself like that. Whatever clothes I put on, I make the clothes look good. Whatever hair I put on, I make the hair look good. Whatever lipstick I put on, I'm making that look good. I don't let other things determine me. I determine their value. My value has already been determined by myself. So when you start to determine your own value and you don't allow other people to determine your value, that's how your standards stay high and your confidence level stays high. You have to know yourself, and other people's opinions literally don't affect you at all unless they're beneficial to you. Then you may say, oh, okay, well, I'll accept that because it's adding to me. So you literally have to not care what people think, to know who you are, know you're the prize, and think more positively and stop caring what other people think. You make whatever it is that you're putting on you better. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, yes, this is Illicit Kiss by Tom Ford. Thank you for asking. It's a liquid matte lip. Y'all go ahead and get it. I don't even have it linked, but if you can find it, I'm not endorsing this for any money or this is just what I have on. But hey, Tom Ford, if y'all want to endorse me on Pop Marley, I rock Tom Ford. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I also have on the eyeshadow as well. The Golden Hour eyeshadow palette by Tom Ford. So. You added it to your cart? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope it look good on you too, girl. Yes. And okay, so another way, okay, if he loves you, he will provide. Let me give y'all some tips. Get y'all's pens out. Let me give y'all some tips, hints, and clues on how to make a man want to provide for you. Okay. Now, a lot of women are not confident enough to pull this off. So this is only for the highly confident women. So I'm getting ready to tell y'all. Uh-oh, Lady Lorraine's energy in the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, hi, Shira. I love the liquid finesse. It definitely works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Okay, so thank you, Lady Lorraine's energy. She has an Etsy store as well. And I'm sitting up here, talking about the liquid finesse by Ho Cosmetics pheromones. And I tell you, you can pair this with, whatever fragrances you like. And I have Miss Lady Lorraine's Zenergy oil right here that I got from Etsy. And, I wear this, I put this on, I layer my scents and perfumes with body oils because it makes them last longer. And it also keeps you looking young and vibrant and moisturized. So y'all need to go check out her Etsy store. She is a sprinkle sprinkle lady. She is a female entrepreneur, and she has been on this channel for a while. So y'all go support your fellow sprinkle sprinkle entrepreneurs. She has very good oils. Okay, I'm like sitting over here moisturizing daily with all her nice oils. She has like ones that smell like cake, melon, different. Like I think I had one that smelled like pumpkin pie like last month. Peonies, very feminine, girly types of smells. So y'all go get it. You can use this in the bath, after the bath. Y'all shout out to Lady Lorraine's Energy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I always got your oils around, just using them up. It's winter, so I definitely need them more than ever because you get ashy in the winter time. And look at that. I just sit up here. That's why my hands don't look super old because I always moisturizing. That elixir of youth oils. Okay. And oh my gosh, this one smells really good. The pink. It's pink, sweetie. This one smells really good. It's very feminine. You're going to love it. And it has a little cute pink top on it. So get that one, okay? It's very girly. You said what? You got cuffing season and pretty privilege? Okay, so you're talking about the pheromones from Ho Cosmetics? Yes. They work, don't they? Look, they work. So get them. You said your age and it's all about oils now? Yes, it is, ma'am. When you get to a certain age, if you don't have oil, you might as well hang it up. Get some oil. The lotion don't work no more after you get to a certain age. You need oil. Thank you, Carla. Or Charla. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Anyway. So let's get back to what we were talking about. What was I about to tell you? I don't even remember. But I think I was, the tips and the hints and the clues. Okay. Y'all got your pens? Okay, y'all had time to get them pens. All right. You have to be a highly confident woman in order to get a man to provide for you. That means you literally have to know your value and you have to have high standards. That's just it. That's where it starts. That's the only thing that's going to make a man want to provide for you. You got to know your value, because if you don't know your value, people will bargain with you. If you don't have high standards, people will haggle you in your price or your standards. So you got to have that set in place and not budge. This is where a lot of women have issues. They will compromise. They will lower their standards. Their confidence level will be altered depending on what someone says to them or their opinion of them. You can't let any of that bother you. You got to say what you said and stick to it. That's what makes men providers, when they know there's no other way to have you unless they provide. Otherwise, move out of the way and let someone else come through. Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes you to date another man and them to see you happy and him happy in order for them to wait their turn again in line for you to either leave that person or maybe it don't work out and they'll come back and try again. But they know that you're not budging. They got to go find something less. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep them values and them standards high. Don't don't take them down for nobody, because if they can get you to bring down your standards, so can another man, and that just makes you even less valuable. Thank you, A Ramos. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the super sticker. So think about that. If they can get you to compromise and bring down your standards, they know the next man can do it, and the next man or the man before that. If they can't budge you, that's when they want you more, especially if they're attracted to you. Okay. And eventually they will come around, or they'll start to try to provide for you or do the best that they can until, they can do better. But you don't change for them. They change for you. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What did Kanye say? Be couture and never going on sale. He's couture and he never going on sale. Okay. Be like that. Don't ever go on sale. All right. There are certain stores that do not have sales. There you go. You said Lady Lorraine Zenergy. It's on Etsy. You got to put in Zenergy at the bottom. It's Zenergy. Like, it's spelled like this. Lady Lorraine Zenergy. Okay, type that in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. What if he don't provide fully but gives like $700 a month? Girl, what you gonna do with that? Put him under half the rent, like in your phone. Put him under half the rent money. 1/2 rent. That's his name in your phone, because that's all he can afford. Or, I mean, what can you pay with that? Car note? Put him under car note or half the rent. That's his name. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, it's nice. I'm not saying that it's not good. I mean, you're getting something paid. Hopefully you have other ones that can pay the other bills too, or you could pay your own bills, but I'm not calling him a provider if he's not totally providing. If he's not taking care of 100% of your utilities, your rent, your, where you live and to keep you safe, he's not a provider. He's, providers provide all. So he's not a true provider. He's just a partial provider. Partial providing. Okay, he's just a piece of the puzzle. There you go. Somebody said that's roommate money. Yeah, he's a partial provider, girl. But it's better than nothing. But he better not be living with you. That's all I know. Unless he's your roommate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And, it's okay to take what you can take at the time, but just remember that's not the final destination. Okay? Unless he does better. You said, what are some early signs that he is going to provide? When he provides, there ain't no, providers want to start spending and providing right away, just to show you, because they don't want you to confuse them with no dust. So they will start off straight up providing. They will plop some money upon you quick, just to let you know what they're about. Like, if anybody has ever dated real providers or men that have money, they will throw the money right at you from the start to let you know what type of person they are. So they will literally just start providing, even if it's just some money, some a gift or something major. That's what they're going to do, because they want you to know right away what this is. So usually a lot of y'all are meeting these men online, and what happens is they're just looking for dinner dates so they don't have to eat alone. Okay? They want to be seen in something. They want to be seen in public with something pretty, and they don't want to eat alone. A lot of y'all are falling for that. You're not falling, like, if you're not meeting people for real in real life, naturally, putting yourselves in different places and areas to naturally meet people, you're going to run into men that just don't want to dine alone. Okay. So you got to be extra cautious of dating online, because that's what you're going to get. Okay, thank you, Miss Lucky. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say your fiance has been incarcerated for months and now he's mad. I want the dust. You don't want the dust in dealing with provider man. Girl, well, who cares if he's mad? He's incarcerated. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What are you going to do? Tell him to find a boyfriend. All right. So, I'm sorry, but what he's supposed to, he can't be mad. He's locked up, ma'am. He ain't got no choice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, should a boyfriend of 6 months be expected to pay your rent and other bills? Baby, they not even going to get to the boyfriend status if they can't pay bills. They're not even going to get that title if they can't pay them bills. No exclusivity to men who aren't providers. And if you're dating somebody the same age as you and who is very young, they're not going to be able to provide. As women, you are able to date older men that already have money if that's what you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not accepting anybody's title or, title on a relationship unless all bills paid, because you can't let someone take you off the market and they're not a provider. Otherwise, you're selling yourself short and lowering your standards. Okay? Because think about this. Let's say you're in a committed relationship with a man and he's not really paying your bills or anything. And another man comes along and he says, I'll take care of you. I'll pay all your bills if you were mine. But you steady here stuck being faithful to dust or men who aren't giving you anything. You're passing up your potential provider. Okay? Your potential lifestyle, the potential life that you probably want in your future. So you can't attach yourself to any man and call them your man exclusively or be faithful to them or be exclusive with them if they're not providers. In high school, yeah, that's fine. Maybe early college, but after that, women should literally know their value and not deal with anybody unless they're very beneficial. Okay. But like I said, if they can't afford because they're so young, you can't expect them to do that. You need to date older. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is look good, and they have to like you 10 times more. And in order to keep you in their life or to have any type of chance with you in the future, they're going to do whatever you need them to do or whatever you ask them to do if they like you. You know, um, that's why it's very important on choosing the right target. The right target means the man likes you and will do whatever you want. They like you 10 times more. So if you say no, you don't want to do nothing with them, they'll take that. They'll just take being in your presence and being seen out in public with you as enough until you're ready to do whatever you want to do. And they're not going to rush you because they don't want to risk losing you and the investment that they've made in you by paying your bills, by giving you money, by taking you shopping, by doing all these things that they want in order to keep you in their life because you make them feel relevant, you make them feel good, you make them feel young again. And so they're not going to risk losing you. They'll literally go and sleep with someone else on the side, not give them a dime, and come back and give you money to go shopping and not bother you to sleep with you. But you got to use your brain, you got to use your mind, and you can't think that you owe them anything. Because a high value or a woman who knows her value, I'm just going to say a woman who knows her value, don't think she owes a man anything. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you have to have the type of mindset that doesn't allow you to think you owe them anything. You got to look at them crazy when they start talking about, oh, well, what you going to do? Then they're going to be afraid to lose their entire investment. They're going to back up and go find Pygmisha now, get their little rocks off and come back and give you their money. Okay? Why do you think some men make late dates or only want to see you after 11 o'clock? Because they got to take their real woman out and they got to come get some from you because their real woman ain't putting out. The woman they're providing for ain't putting out. So they call you at 11:30 Talking about, you want to go have drinks, or can I come over, or whatever, whatever. That's the jump off. That's what they call that. So you're the real date. They're going to wine and dine you. They're going to give you money to pay your car note and your bills. And they're going to take you shopping, and they're going to try to get some, and you're going to say no. And then they're going to go call someone else. Now, if you're the type of woman that don't want them to go elsewhere, but you ain't going to give them none, but they're a man and they're used to getting some, you don't want to cut your money off, then you're going to have to pick a struggle, man. Okay? So if you don't want to sleep with him, let Pig Misha sleep with him for free. Collect your money and keep it moving. Eventually, he's going to invest so much into you that he's literally just going to wait until you're ready, because he could get it elsewhere, and you're not all like, what are you doing? Where are you at? How come you didn't answer your phone? You're not like that, because you already know what he got to go do in order to leave you alone and just continue to give you your money. Smart women don't look at those types of relationships as, you have to be 100% faithful to me because you pay my bills and I have to put out. No, you ain't got to do none of that. You understand the dynamic of the situation, and so do they. Some things go unsaid and you act like you don't know, but you continue to collect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So don't care, date his friend until he can provide more. What is your goal? And I always tell women to make their goal before date with purpose. What's your goal? Your goal is your goal love? Is your goal feelings? Is your goal infatuation? Is your goal lust? Is your goal money to get bills paid? Is your goal lifestyle? Is it long term? What you trying to do with him? That determines how you move when you date. What's your goal for him? Okay, you can't have the same goal for every man if they don't got the type of money. So if your goal is just to hold hands and watch a movie and eat popcorn with somebody, that's your goal with him. Your goal ain't to get him to pay all your bills if he ain't got it. You got to make sure you have your right target and your goal in place. Every man is different. So whoever you're dating at the moment, how can you benefit him? How can you benefit from him? Then that should be your goal. Does he have some connections you might want? Is he able to pay a couple of bills? Is he able to pay all the bills? Like, what are you trying to get out of this situation? Mm-hmm. What's the bare minimum? Well, I'm not claiming nobody that's not able to totally provide. That's one of the bare minimum. I'm not claiming you unless you can cover all expenses. Like if another man can walk up to me and impress me financially more than you can, like basically if he can say I got everything because he don't got it, I got all your bills because I know he don't. I don't want that to be able to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want somebody to be able to come up to me and say, your man ain't a real man because he can't pay all your bills, so let me get you. Like, they shouldn't be able to do that if you're claiming them as your man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bare minimum. 100% provided for, so that another man can't walk up to you and say, oh, I can do better for them or you're not. A man can always do better. But if you already have everything covered, then it's literally your choice whether to say, oh, no, thanks, I'm already provided for, I'm good. Or it's your choice to say, okay, well, what do you have to offer? But at the same time, it's harder to take a woman away from a man who's being provided for. All right? So that's the bare minimum to be exclusive. I'm not being exclusive to nobody that can't cover me. Okay. And that's just being a gentleman. That's just being a gentleman. Remember, you set your standards and no one else. Those are your standards, and he wants you, he's going to meet them. He's going to provide if he really loves you, if he really likes you, he wants you to be in his life, wants you to be the one. He's going to do what it takes. Don't bargain yourself. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't be afraid to lose something you don't even have. Mhm. You said the sugar daddy said the mirror you bought him is trash and you spend badly. Then don't buy him that no more, man. Why you buying him stuff anyway? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I told you to head to the Dollar Tree and tell him if he thinks that your shopping is trash to give you more money to buy him gifts. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's not your problem. He didn't give you enough money to buy him a gift. Okay. How to get level up money. You're a 21-year-old to attract a provider. Um, What do you mean for like hair, makeup, clothes, or whatever? You gotta be thrifty when it comes to, leveling up yourself when you don't have money. You gotta use like what you already have. You gotta shop maybe thrift or fast fashion, something cheap that you can afford, borrow clothes from somebody that has a nice wardrobe. You gotta make fake it till you make it, or you gotta budget yourself out. And as far as what you're buying, and just choose classic simple things, um, nothing super trendy, and you can use them longer, fashion wise, than you could something trendy. So just be smart about how you're spending your money. Okay. And I think classic simple it's much better, and you can attract larger groups of people with a more classical style than you could with a trendy style. So always go for that as an investment. Invest in classy pieces, classy looks, and classy things over trendy things, and because you can use them a lot longer. Okay. Someone says only wear drugstore makeup. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, you can make any type of makeup look good, okay? So, if he really likes you and he wants you and he loves you, he'll pay them bills. If that's what's standing in the way of you and him being together, he's gonna remove that problem. He's gonna solve that issue. He's gonna have a solution, you know? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said how to bring up bills? Day one. Day one of speaking. I'm bringing it up day one. I'm not going to ask directly. I'm going to mention things. They're going to get a hint and a clue, and they're going to send money, offer gifts, or do something. But they're going to know that I like money from day one. They're going to know that. They're going to know I really like money and shopping and getting stuff paid for from day one. That's going to be part of my personality trait. When I speak, I'm going to be speaking about all the things I like, what impresses me. I'm going to give them hints, tips, and clues that I like money. And if they're paying attention, they're going to make sure that they're impressing me the correct way. You see? So it starts from day one. It's part of your personality trait. Okay? When they think about you, and they need to think about that you like money. That needs to be part of your first day personality trait. When they think of you, they need to think, oh, she loves to shop. She likes jewelry. She likes, the finer things. That's what they need to think about when they think about you. If you're not putting that out there, they're not going to try to impress you with those types of things. So it needs to start from day one. Whenever y'all think of me, y'all already know I'm about my money and not no BS. So let that be, what they think about when they think of you. Start off from day one. Speak what you want. It doesn't have to be super direct, but you need to hint, clue, and hint around about it, of course. Hmm. You said, what about showing up to the date with shopping bags? I think that's a little bit too much. You can show up to a date saying, you know what? There's a really cute store right around the corner. I really would wanna go there. It's so they had some cute stuff in the window. I almost went shopping there, but I knew if I went in there, I'd be late for our date. The stuff is so cute. Anyway, how are you? Oh my gosh, you look so good and smell good. You know, that's how you do that. You ain't got to come in there with shopping bags because then they're gonna think you don't need them to pay for anything. Okay. Mhm. Can you say you want a provider on the first date? No, you can assume that they're already a provider and allow them to fill that role for you. You can say, "Oh my gosh, it's so refreshing meeting a provider type man. I'm so glad that we've met. I can tell we're going to get along great. I've been telling all my friends I can't wait till I meet a provider man, and here you are." First of all, they're going to want to impress you. You've been talking to your friends about them. Now they got to provide. They got to be this provider man. What are they going to do? Correct you and say, "No, excuse me, I'm not a provider man. You have me mistaken." No, they're going to be flattered that you deem them a provider man, that you've been talking to your friends about them, that you're happy that you've met him. So he's going to pull out that wallet and start providing because that's what you expect. That's what you think he is. So that's what he has to be. Okay. Already assume that they're providers because you don't date nothing else. Okay. You don't date nothing else. So you're happy. Okay. Talk about the things that you want to do, like you like to do. Oh, I love going here. I love shopping. I love fashion. I love going to nice restaurants. I love fine wines. I love buying art. I love antiquing and going to auctions. Say all that stuff. They're going to know they can afford you or that they can't. They're going to learn how to impress you by listening and paying attention to the things that you like to do. Speak what you want. That way they understand who you are, and that's how they're going to approach and try to impress you. Okay. Especially if you're meeting them and don't know them very well, they don't know if you really like those things or not. Thank you, Jenny Sprinkle Sprinkle. Is it okay to ask him to buy you makeup for an anniversary? If y'all are together and it's your anniversary, I think he might want to do something more special than just makeup. So maybe you could say makeup and something else because it's not going to be sentimental to you. You know what I mean? It's just saying, "Oh, I want you to buy me some makeup and I really don't care about the anniversary." So make sure you asking for something more sentimental and also makeup. Okay. Think about this. If you're trying to get an anniversary present for whatever anniversary, and the man said, "Oh, I just want tickets to go to some, sports event." That's not very sentimental or romantic, and he's not really going to remember that as an anniversary gift. You need something that you can hold and remember them by. So ask for both. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. What if he brags about things he does for me, but indirectly? Well, he should be able to brag. Who cares? You should be bragging about what he does to you, does for you too, so he can do more. Mhm. He said how to keep eye contact and with a man in public without looking weird or creepy. Break it and reconnect every once in a while. Or like get your acting skills together. Act like you're trying to figure out if you know him from somewhere. That way it doesn't look weird, like you're trying to lure him in. It looks like you're trying to figure out who he is. And by you looking like you're trying to figure out if you know him or if you've seen him or met him before, he's going to wonder the same thing. It's the power of suggestion. So that's a non-creepy way to get someone to actually approach you as well. To look at them as if you know them and you're trying to figure out who they are, then they're going to do the same thing with you. And they're going to be like, excuse me, do we know each other or do I know you from somewhere? I notice you keep looking as if you are trying to figure out if you know me or not. Because it's not going to be weird. It's just going to be something like, do I know that person? So they're going to start to wonder too. You said, that's exactly what a man did to me, Shira. I know, girl. Sparkle, sparkle. People do that to me all the time. But because they probably really do know me from YouTube or TikTok. But it's the same principle. It works the same. What if they throw it in the face, the things that they buy during a TIFF? Say thank you. If you wouldn't have bought them, somebody else would have. Still would have got them. Take the power away as soon as they try to use it against you. Okay? Take it right away. It's like, well, I'm so sorry. You know what? Somebody else would have bought it for me if it wasn't you. You better be lucky I allow you to buy it. Because some men don't realize how lucky they are that a woman allows them to buy them things or to do things for them, because they could literally be allowing someone else to do them, especially if you look good. They forget that you don't need them. You got options. Okay? You got to be that confident and you got to keep yourself looking that good, and you got to choose the correct target in order to use that line. So I'd say y'all got to choose wisely the type of man you end up with. Because if you can't say certain things, you can't act like you got options or really be able to have options, you can't really do too much. You just got to sit there and take whatever they're telling you. Like, oh, I did this and that for you. Okay, well, if you wouldn't have, somebody else would have. And it literally will be the truth. What are they going to do? They're going to sit there and think about, oh, that's true. I better shut up and stop complaining before she does go find someone else to do those things for her, because she's the prize. Get them back to that mentality. You are the prize, ma'am. If you can't do that, work on it. Okay, if he brags about things that he does for you, agree with it. Say, yes, I'm so glad that you're able to afford me. The truth. It doesn't border arguing if you say it in a nice, nasty way. It's like, oh, you know what? You're so right. I'm so glad that you did those things for me, because I had so many other guys that really wanted to do those things for me, but I allowed you to. That's why we're still together. Oh my gosh. Okay. You said how to create a classy, sexy aesthetic for a new wardrobe. It depends. Like me, I like to change stuff up so much. I just have a bunch of stuff. And, you know, whatever my mood is for that day or that week, that's what I'm dressing like. But I like to switch it up. It's boring for me to do the same stuff over and over, So I switch it up. But as soon as the style or aesthetics change on social media and you're going to be stuck with a wardrobe that may not be aesthetically popular or pleasing anymore. So go with what you like, go with classic things, go with the colors that you like, the style that you like personally, and go from there. Because you can mix and match things to make outfits and whatever. But don't try to go just buy an aesthetic. Go by what you like, because those things can change, or social media can deem it like not fashionable anymore. But if you have stuff that you actually like, that you can mix and match, it's always going to be cute for you. Thank you. Okay, the best way to blackmail him into paying you a lot of money. I called the police on him and he was removed from our home. Okay, you can't really blackmail people because it's illegal. So scratch that, ma'am. You can't blackmail people. It's called extortion, and you could actually get in trouble for that. So I think women should literally know most of the laws when it comes around trying to get money out of people by blackmail. You can't really blackmail people for money. It's called extortion. So scratch that idea. Maybe you should delete that comment as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, insinuating something and saying something that might be true is a totally different story. Like saying that you're pregnant, totally different story. You know, even if you're not, it's not blackmail, you know. But you can do a lot of things if you're creative. But blackmail is definitely illegal, so don't try that. Okay. You know, it's something y'all need to know, so y'all don't act silly. Thank you, Crystal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, you came across your platform a few weeks ago and you've been binge watching while at work. Would you please answer this? You'll send another chat. Okay. Huh? Okay. Well, thank you, Crystal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. You say you binge watch at work too, Ashley? Okay, yes. Y'all getting paid to watch SheRaSeven. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, yes, they got to provide in order for them to like truly love you or have true feelings for you. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't believe a man likes me or truly likes me and takes me seriously if he can't provide. Okay. And I'm not taking no one seriously that can't provide, period. Oh, thank you, Valerie. You're on phase 2 of my elixirs and you already seen a huge difference from the first phase. 10 out of 10 recommend for leveling up. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My Etsy store. Yes, I sell my elixirs. They're like supplements, minerals and things like that that, you know, take you to the next level. What they do is they help your brain and your body connect faster because there's like gold, platinum and stuff like that in there, and which makes your neurons fire a lot faster and make you a lot quicker and faster on your toes, makes you less lazy. A lot of people ask how I have so many comebacks, how I think so fast, how I'm this and that. Well, I took my elixirs that I have on my Etsy store, and it will just keep you. It'll make you get out of your own way. It'll make you see things more alert, more aware, more energetic. Also good for your skin. Everything. Y'all go check it out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Only selling in the US because it is a liquid. So, you know how they do in customs in different countries. So it's definitely only available in the US. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me see if I have it linked. Hold on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hold on. Well, anyway, thank y'all so much. Let me see if I have it on here. Same. Here it is. I found it. Now, remember, it ain't Amazon. You ain't gonna get it in 2 days. It literally has to be shipped out by my drop shippers. So, but you'll get your what you call it, tracking number and all that stuff to your email. Make sure you put the right address on there before you let me help y'all out for a second. Go on when you log on to your Etsy channel. I mean, when you log on to your Etsy store, go and double check your address, because some people move and they don't update their Etsy, and then y'all will order something and then rush to the emails or the messages talking about, I have the wrong address. Make sure your address is correct before you even put anything in your cart. Double check it, log off, log back on, refresh, whatever. Log back in and make sure your address is correct, because if your address is not correct, it's going to get sent to that address. Even if you come in there and talking about, I put the wrong address, I might not check it in time. That drop shipper might be working fast that day. You know what I'm saying? So be responsible and correct those addresses. Update all your addresses on all them websites that you shop on, because a lot of y'all get on people's nerves who own businesses. And I'm just going to tell y'all from the start, a lot of people get on people's nerves who own businesses who can't get their stuff together. Okay, do better. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your address correct before you click on anything. That way you could get the product and there'll be no problems, no delays. Everything is good. All right. Thank you, Bianca. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You found a provider with properties. Okay. You're trying to figure out how to plant the seed to get him to buy you one. Be impressed. Ask him questions. Be like in awe of him being a property owner, and say that's your dream and that you would love to own some property, even if it's small. Like, keep talking about it until he offers it to you or gifts it to you or starts seriously talking about, purchasing. Okay. So talk about it so that he can understand that's one of the ways to impress you, is to get you one. Okay. Keep mentioning it. Talk to other people about it when you're in his presence. Make it something that keeps your attention so that he knows that he needs to do something about it. Okay. You said how hard it is to find a rich provider on the rich side of town. It's very easy if you look good and you're confident, because they'll literally just come approach you. Got to have that confidence though. That's the key, That's the key. Can't have an air of desperation. You got to have confidence. And also y'all need to have that liquid finesse. This is the pheromones by Ho Cosmetics. Y'all can get the smaller purse size or the regular size. This is the big size because I use this every day. Pheromones, liquid finesse. Take your little quiz. Definitely check it out on Ho Cosmetics, HEAUX.com. Use my code SheRa. It's in the description bar below. That will help lure in and make people nicer to you and want to talk to you more and hang around you more. Definitely get your pheromones before you go over there, okay? Because it works. It works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said even a plain girl can be a winner if she's confident. True. Confidence is like the key. You said yes, but you stay humble. Men don't like greedy women. Men like women that they like. And if greed is part of their personality, they're going to try to still keep them and impress them by giving them stuff. So you got to understand that too. Like we got to know our value. Sometimes greed is not the same thing as standards. So greed to one woman could be the bare minimum to another woman. It just depends on the woman. You know what I mean? Like, I never will speak lack and say, oh, well, don't be greedy and da da da. Your standards could be totally different from mine. I might say this person is greedy over here, but that's their bare minimum that they require in order to be with somebody. So you can't determine someone's, value and worth. You can only determine your own. So make sure that you're understanding that a lot of women, their bare minimum is someone else's greed. That's why different types of men go for different types of women, and the ones that are in their league and the ones that are not in their league. So I say up your standards. Go for the big one. You never know. Better than getting less. Okay. You used the pheromones and this guy was polishing your shoes or took a picture of me, paid for five-star restaurant, but these pheromones make me unbothered. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said boyfriend makes friend open door for me, buy me things when we're out. Maybe it's like a throuple. uh, I don't know about that. Maybe it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said what type of man is not in your league? The type that don't spend. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're what? Is there a promo code for the elixir? I don't think so. The price is the price. There are different sizes that you can get if like the 1 ounce is recommended, but if you can't afford the 1 ounce, you could get the half ounce and then buy another half ounce later. With the recommended dose is literally 1 ounce, but I split them up so more people could afford them. All right. But no, there's no promo code. Thank you. Sorry, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, I might do a promo code like in the future, but as of now, there's not one made. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, what's your advice on drug usage while attracting a provider? I don't really agree with doing any of those things because, I mean, if you don't need it to live or survive, I don't recommend it. You know what I mean? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, it's not prescription for you to survive and live. The answer is no. Hmm. So it says stay classy. Yes, ma'am. Stay classy. Mhm. Do we need to act or fake things to attract a real provider? You need to be where they are so they can see you. And if they're attracted to you, they will approach you. They see you enough times in a certain place, like running errands, going to the gym, maybe you're a part of their, workout class or whatever. Maybe they'll approach you eventually. But sometimes, if they only see you once in 2 months or once every 3 months because you can't get out, they're not going to really see you as, somebody that they can, approach and feel comfortable with, and they've seen you around a little bit. So a lot of times if you go run your regular errands on the nice side of town and they see you, you get to know people, you see them at the gym, you see them at the park, you see them walking their dog or whatever, you go on the same little routine. They're literally going to, recognize you, approach you eventually if they find you attractive. If you're only going out once a week, sitting in a bar, waiting for somebody to approach you looking desperate, that's going to be a totally different story. Okay. So know how to attract, know where to find them and do that. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said a real provider only goes for looks, but not how much I earn, right? Well, think about this. I don't know how old you are, but I don't know, how old are you? I'm just going to use my example. I doubt that when I was out and about in my 20s, nobody cared how much money I earned. They just looking at me. You know what I'm saying? They just saying, oh, she's cute. Oh, I like her. Oh, I want to ask her out. They didn't care about no paycheck. They didn't care about no career. How old are you? If you're old and you're supposed to have a career by now, if you're single, like it's different. Depends on how old you are. If you're 26, they should be going straight for looks, ma'am. Okay? Level up. Level up as much as you can so they don't care about what you do for a living. They may ask you just to make sure you're not doing something that they don't agree with. Like, some men don't want to date dancers or, people that's on OnlyFans. So they may ask for that reason. No offense to the strippers and people on OnlyFans, but some men ask for a certain reason so that their friends don't recognize you or their friends haven't put money in your G string before when they introduce you to them. Some people ask for that reason. If you're not either one of those things, I don't really think they care unless they're trying to date you for your money. I don't think they care. Okay. Because think about it. If you look really good, no one else is going to care either what you're doing for a living, as long as, they can introduce you to mom and their friends. You said would. Thank you. Yeah. You said, but most providers really care about intelligence as well. They care if you're intelligent enough to understand what they're talking about so you can hold a conversation with them. But the moment you're more intelligent than them, it's a turn off. You know what I mean? So just be intelligent enough to understand what they're telling you and to respond with an intelligent answer. You know, you don't have to outdo them. You don't have to be the breadwinner. You don't have to be boss chick. You know what I'm saying? You can just be smart enough to hold a conversation and not sit there like you don't know what they're saying. Okay. hmm And think about this, because if you're highly intelligent and you're a woman and you're talking to a highly intelligent man, right? There's going to be a point to where you're going to disagree on something. There's just going to be a point where you're not going to agree with everything this other highly intelligent person is talking about. And two highly intelligent people that don't agree on something, if y'all are both highly intelligent, you're going to try to prove yourself. It's going to become a competition at that point. And you don't want to get into that. You're just supposed to nod and agree with whatever he's saying, even if you don't really agree with it, just to get the money, man. Nobody cares. But if you are there and he's there because you're an intelligent person, he's going to try to convince you of his way. You're going to try to convince him of your way. And y'all are probably just going to get mad because y'all are now in competition on who's the most intelligent. And then it's going to make you look more masculine. So a truly intelligent person knows that they're right and they don't argue with whoever is wrong. So you're just going to let it go and let them look stupid, you know? Um, okay. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes. Should you let go of your pastel pink hair? I know, but girl, how old are you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have a pastel pink wig when I dress up as a ratchet for fun, like as a skit. So, how old are you? Unless you're a female rapper, I think you need to let it go, ma'am. Okay. hmm I mean, no offense. I do have one of them myself, but in a wig, and I can snatch it off at any time when I'm not doing my skit. But how many people are going to take you seriously? Okay. Here's the okay. Here's another question that's been asked a million times. A real provider will provide. When they're providing, that's how you know that they're a provider. When they start providing, straight like usually they'll provide right away or let you know that they're going to be a provider by providing something, gifts, money, offering you to do something for you that's expensive. They're going to let you know right away. You're not going to have to ask that question. You're going to come home and tell your friends that you met this man who asked to take you shopping. You're going to come home and tell your friends, girl, I met this man and he gave me this much money just because. You're gonna come home and say, girl, I met this man and he gave me a gift certificate to the spa. Or girl, I met this man and he asked me how much my bills were and gave me a stack of cash from the ATM. Or girl, I met this man and he booked this, and that for us tomorrow, and he's sending a car. That's how you know it's a provider, when they provide. Okay? You ain't got to guess. You don't have to show up for 5 dinners and be seen in public with somebody, and he always trying to change the subject when you start talking about money. That's not a provider. Thank you, Miss Cleo. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're going to know from day one, because they're going to start providing from day one. Okay. At least day 2. If they haven't done nothing by day 2, keep it moving. 1 to 2 days. Exactly. Because that's a provider. That's one that's eager to show you who they are. Now, a lot of ladies don't understand that you got to look good. To them. Okay. A lot of y'all, when I say y'all got to look good, y'all get on Instagram or TikTok and start comparing yourselves with other women you think look good. No, you got to look good to him, your target. All right. You may not be as beautiful as whoever you looking at online, but if you look really good to him, he's going to do what you need him to do. You said you're going to start telling them that you want a man you can brag about. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because most women really do want to brag on their man. Should you remind him if he promises to buy you something? Nope. You should say, if he promises to buy you something, you need to take him right then and there. Or you need to talk about it until it's done. You don't remind him. You just keep mentioning it like, oh, I can't wait to go get this thing. When are we going? And don't talk to him until you got it in your hand, or until he's getting it. You know what I'm saying? Don't skip over it. When he says something, get it right away or as soon as possible. Oh, thank you, Lady Lorraine's energy. Your elixirs bring insight and heightened intuition too, as well as quick responses. Been using them since 2021. And honey, okay, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, those will take you a long way and open your eyes for sure. Thank you, girl, for that little shout out. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all want the elixirs and y'all live in the US, I'm going to link it right here. Y'all definitely go check out the Etsy store. Start with phase 1. Click on the description. Literally, you just take 10 little mini droplets in the morning and 10 little mini droplets in the evening. It's literally like a full dropper. So it comes in like a liquid, like a bottle with liquid. This is not it, but it comes in like a bottle this size. And you literally just take half a dropper in the morning and the rest in the afternoon, not the evening, because some of them will give you energy, so you don't want to be tossing and turning. So you take a half a dropper in the morning, half in the afternoon. You're good. Thank you, user. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you're in therapy and you need to know, so you don't think you're going to be led astray in case your therapist is a pick-me. You need to tell your therapist straight up your mindset and if y'all are going to be a good match. Tell her what you believe in, and if y'all are on the same page. If not, you need to find a new therapist. Either they'll get on board, or or at least try to be more sympathetic towards your, perspective, because some of them are straight up pygmies, and you don't want a pygmy giving you information on how to better your situation. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because it's going to make it worse. Okay. All right. If you're not on the same page with your therapist, if you have therapy and your therapy is a pygmy, could you imagine? It's not going to work. Okay. You said no loser therapist. Exactly. You said he's always sending you selfies and texting you. How often should you be texting him back? Whenever you find something that you like online, text him the link for him to buy you. It's like, isn't this cute? I really like this. Here's the link. You can't say you're not texting him. And it don't hurt to send him links that you like. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It doesn't have to be expensive stuff. It can just be stuff to test to see if he's gonna do it. You know. You said he just wants to give 500. Well, take his 500 and go get some more from somebody else. You sprinkle, sprinkle. Every little bit helps. Take some from him, get some from the other one. Okay. Y'all, every time I see a hair from this wig, it comes out. I'm like, whose hair is this? Here, my hair is black. Well, it does have some gray. My real hair has some gray in it now. So I might see a light color hair every once in a while, but like not a bunch of it. So I see like a bunch of it in my brush. Like, whose hair is that? Oh, that's my wig. Y'all ever do that? Be in your car and find a hair, like, who hair? Oh, that's a wig I want. Forgot. Be forgetting your wigs and stuff. Okay, someone says you might have typed too many words to fit into the super chat. I think the more you send, the more words you can type. So if you're not sending a lot, you got to keep the words minimum. So yes, if he loves you, he will provide. Don't waste time with men who aren't providers. You're doing yourself a disservice. Yes, in high school and early college years, that's fine because, they don't have no real money anyway. But once you're of a certain age, you can choose to date up. You can choose to date older to meet the standards and the lifestyle that you require to be happy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you're building your roster this year? Good, girl. Build it. You said, yes, this sweater is from Target. Yes, I did a haul yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Sorry. Oh, who was it? My daughter texted me. I did a haul 2 days ago. And I also, let me see. I also got this hat from Target. It's on my cutout. The little cowboy hat. I'm wearing that to the rodeo this year. You said, what's a roster? It's a list of guys that you're dating that's potential that you might want to collect money from him. Want him to pay your bills. It's a list of people you're dating because you're not just dating one. So you need a roster. What is these? Okay. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. Rodeo Houston rosters. Who are we going to see this year? Let's see. Okay, there's Post Malone. Bun B. A lot of country singers. Okay, I don't know where we going. Who is that? Journey. Reba. I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to see yet. I got to discuss with my daughters. Yeah, I'm going to be going to rodeo this year. Again. Went last year. I think I did a little mini vlog on this channel when we went to rodeo. Okay. Oh, Packs of Abs said he not providing for no hoe. Well, you providing for a man, sir? You like the bros? You like the bros, not the bras. Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I don't blame you. Shoot, you know, stick with what you like. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, let me text her back. Mm-hmm. You want to see the horse shows? Yeah, those are fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, Crystal, thank you. I see it now. Thank you. Can you send your message in regular chat? It's not letting me send the $10 chat. I'm under the minimum. I don't know how that works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You gonna ask someone who's used to like super chatting, but maybe there are certain words that you're trying to use it's maybe not letting you use it, or maybe you just need to abbreviate some words in order to fit them in. Or if you do put it in regular chat, put some emojis so I see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said you don't deserve your money. What money? You ain't got no money. Okay. Don't he trying to protect his little call center check, his little Uber check. Don't nobody want that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. What? It's always the ones who ain't got nothing that's be trying to protect their little chump change. Mm-hmm. But you know, protect your little money. Protect it from women that have way high standards. You can't even afford to take some women out to eat, but you protecting your little paycheck. You shouldn't be spending money on women, period, if you don't have it. You should be saving, investing, working hard. I don't expect you to spend money on women if you don't got it. So we both agree. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, La Peach is in the house. Hey, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said protecting his little four figures? Probably. Look, if you're young, we understand you ain't got it like that. Keep working, do better. Build yourself up. We don't expect no 25-year-old to to be doing the most. That's what older men are for. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that to the real men. You don't have to worry. Keep your money. Go back, go clock in and keep it moving. You said Dusty's will do anything to protect their empty wallets. Well, somebody got to protect them empty wallets. Um, you said I should be on TV. Ah, you said losers. Only loser in here is you. You're protecting your empty wallet. Go focus on how to get some money instead of how to protect the empty wallet. You'll do a lot better in life. Okay. I know it's rude, but at least I'm being honest. Some women will just act like a pygmisha and hope that you notice them. And then when you see their thumbnail picture, you don't respond. And you stay on women's channels who are way out of your league and continue to protect the money that you don't have by telling them you're not going to spend any money on them, because we already know that because you ain't got no money to spend. So just go ahead and reply to Pygmisha's DM and y'all have a good old time. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Y'all ever seen those comments like in social media? You'll have somebody talking about, I ain't gonna do this for no woman, I ain't gonna do that. And then all the Pygmishas will be in the comments saying that they agree with the Dusties and they agree with this and they agree with that, hoping some Dusty will DM them or get onto their comments. And then when they click on that thumbnail pic, they like block and disappear real quick, right? Thank you, Nabs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tips on how to detach in relationship as an anxious attach. Okay. Stop attaching in the first place. That's number one. If you've already attach to something else that you like more, and it'll be easier to detach. But definitely don't start off attaching. Okay. Treat your attachment like money. You don't spend it where it's not going to be amplified and beneficial to you. Okay. I always tell people, just treat it like money. You don't give it out unless it's going to benefit you like times 10. You don't give it out. You don't get attached. You attach to the idea of getting this money. You attach to the idea of the lifestyle. You don't get attached to them at all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you have a question. You're a Christian and you don't want to have sex but still get the bag. Women do it every day, ma'am. In fact, you can get a bigger bag if you don't sleep with the man. Just string them along. Look way better than them. Be the prize. And they'll go sleep with someone else and come give you some money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They'll go sleep with Pygmisha and them and come back, take you shopping. I said this earlier. You don't have to. But allow them to go get it from somebody else for free. You don't have to know about it. You don't have to say nothing about it. You know, they're not going to be asking you for it, but they're still going to be paying for you. Okay. Okay. If they try to leave the date at 10:30 or 10 o'clock, say goodnight and let him go call up Pygmisha for that late night drink or that late night booty call and leave, and don't even ask no questions. Let him go get it free from elsewhere while he pays your bills, take you to the finest restaurants, and take you shopping. You said I have a flat pancake. I sure do. No BBLs over here. Okay. Men beg women for money. Well, those are broke, dusty men. Okay. If you double booked 2 guys, what is an excuse to push one date back for a few hours without the other one calling me bothering the first date? What's a good excuse? To tell them you have a flat tire. To tell them, like, lie, literally lie. Tell them you got a flat tire. Tell them you lost your key and you got to order a new one. That takes hours. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And see, like a lot of Dusties thinks that the women are broke. We're not broke. We're just not getting ready to dig in our pockets when we're out with a grown, able-bodied man. That's just stupid. Okay. A lot of people are like, oh, y'all are broke. No, sir. We're just not dumb. We know our value. If you can't afford to date, don't date, sir. Keep your little chump change and go find somebody that wants to chase you and make you the feminine one. Okay. A lot of guys are just so feminine these days, and they don't even think that they're gay, but they're mentally gay. You might be attracted to women, but mentally you're attracted to men. So you need to figure that out. You said they call you broke to make you feel bad. I don't feel bad. I'm not supposed to reach in my wallet when there's a grown man present. That only works on dumb women or pygmies who don't know their value. Thank you, Riley. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That only works on stupid people and women who don't know their value. I know my value. I don't reach in my wallet when I'm out with any grown man. Okay? And when I'm out with some children, that's when I reach in my wallet. Okay? So, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, why is it better to target men in real life than on social media? Because you're going to be in here next week asking, what do you do when a man likes somebody on social media and follows them and blocks you? And why don't they call you? And you can see them that liked your story, but they didn't do that, because you're going to be so involved with their social media life that you're going to forget about real life. And there's so many people on social media. If they found you on there, you're not that special. You know what I'm saying? You're not one of a kind that made them cross a room and risk being rejected in front of a lot of people. You're not that special online. In real life, you are special, and there's real chemistry, and there's real risk. That's why it's better. If you're not able to attract in real life, you're not really able to attract. Your filters are able to attract. The colors that you choose to wear on your profile or picture was able to attract. The fake stuff you wrote in your profile was able to attract, but not you. Okay? So, meeting in real life always is most beneficial. Most of your questions will be answered upon just looking at someone in reality. Okay. What do you do if he calls you trashy, but he just wants you and is mad? Say trashy still costs money, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. He can't even afford trashy. Then raise the price, raise the value. It's like, well, you know what? Since you called me trashy, it's going to take even more down. Okay. That's all you got to do. Know your value. Nobody can tell you your value. Nobody. If you sitting there allowing people to tell you this and that, and you're listening and considering it and lowering your standards, that's just not smart. Okay. You said men are the prize. Packs of abs. You sure are right. Men are the prize to other men who like men. I tell them that all the time. You know, I have a lot of gay followers, and they know that they're the prize to other men. So, men are the prize to other men. If y'all are gay, it's mostly the feminine man who's the prize, though. So, you said lots of trolling happening. Yeah. I never said men couldn't be the prize in their gay relationships. I never said that. I just said not in this relationship, or not to a woman who knows her value. Men can only be prizes to other men, or pick Misha, who will do anything to keep a man. And usually that man doesn't want that type of woman because not their first option. So I do agree that men can be prizes to other men. You're correct. If they're gay. One is worth it to the other one. One likes the other one more. That's the prize. He pays 100% of your bills and anything else you need, but you can't help to feel insecure in the relationship because you are now relying on him, why don't you start a business? He's giving you all this money. Why don't you invest it and start your little online business? Why don't you start a little shop online? Why don't you buy you some little inventory? Why don't you invest something? Why don't you put some in a savings account? I mean, he's giving you money. What are you doing with it? Okay. So I said, stand on business. Exactly. Invest it back into yourself and grow your money. All right. Mm-hmm. Sell on Etsy, sell on eBay, sell on Poshmark, sell on TikTok Shop, sell on Instagram. It's very easy. All you need is a phone, a printer, maybe some type of bank account or a credit card. People starting businesses every day. Okay. Why are men in women's chat? I don't know. Ask them. Maybe this is where they feel comfortable being their most feminine. I don't know. Thank you, Julie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend, 49, paid your debt. You feel like you didn't deserve it. Girl, why wouldn't you deserve it? He's 49, about to be 50. He's trying to impress you. That's how older men impress women. They solve their problems and make their lives easier. If you're used to dating dust, you don't feel like you deserve anything because dusty men are constantly telling you that you don't deserve anything because they don't have anything. And the only way that they can keep your attention is to brainwash you into feeling like you don't deserve nothing so that they have a chance. But a real man, a grown man, a man that has money, the only way he knows how to impress a woman is to solve her issues and her problems so that she is free to be in her feminine. Okay? So you don't feel like you deserve to be feminine? You don't feel like you deserve to have a man that can provide for you? It's because you've been listening to dusty men or pygmishas for a long time. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That was one of my requirements to even date James. Pay off these credit card bills. I need to be debt free. And that was like when I was in my early 20s. So sprinkle, sprinkle. That's a requirement in some relationships. You said would? Yes. You said you told him you won't go 50-50. He's 22 with the job, said he doesn't want me to pay anything, but he seems to be struggling. Okay. So he's struggling with the idea of being a provider, which is good, but you are probably going to want more than he can afford. So either you got to live within his means or you got to let him go and find someone who can actually afford to do the things you want them to do. You know what I mean? So, but it's good that he has that mindset. But if he doesn't just quite have enough, maybe he could get another job or find a second stream of income. But at the same time, you know, you could literally date older and get way more easier. Mm-hmm. What? You said at what age should you start dressing like a grown woman? I think it all depends on where you're going and what you're doing, because and how old you are. Like you could dress like anything you want according to the situation, but I would say don't dress too young for your age because it just makes you look older. You know, it might backfire if it try to do too much. So I would say, you know, if it depends on are you trying to attract men or are you just dressing for yourself? So depending on what your mission is that day, you should dress for the mission. Okay. Mm-hmm. What to ask if he asks, what to say if he asks what you bring to the table. Girl, where the nearest exit is? Excuse me, where's the nearest exit? That's what I'm asking. Oh, what do I bring to the table? Excuse me, where's the nearest exit? Y'all need to get this book. It's on Amazon. I bring nothing to the table. Okay, that's where the nearest exit is, man, because that's not the one. He's dusty. All right, I'm gonna read you a little piece of this. Y'all can go ahead and get the book. Links are in the description bar, or you can just type in "I Bring Nothing to the Table" by SheRaSeven on Amazon, and this book will come out. Okay. It's like a lot of question answers that y'all be asking me, and my answers are in here. Okay. There's a little glossary of terms in here, but I'm trying to find a good question. You said you bring your wish list to the table, Kelly? I know that's right. Okay. I'll read me when I used to do consultations. Okay, here we go. I don't do consultations anymore. But long ago, I used to. And so here's a good question. What are the best results that you've seen from your consultations? And here's my answer. This is what a lot of women got after getting consultations with me long ago when I used to do them. I don't do them no more. Okay. The answer is, okay, what's the best result that I've seen from my consultations? A Porsche, Range Rover, condos, an entire lifestyle, changing from living at home with their mother to condos with brand new cars. This is what I've seen as a result of my consultations with these ladies and who they're dating and what they need to do and what they need to say. They don't have to work anymore. They're dating millionaires. A lot of ladies in my that I do consultations with have gotten apartments, bills paid, trips, vacations. A lot of them are living the lifestyle that most women dream of. A lot of the younger ladies have been given the world, basically. Blah, 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 blah. So those are the best results that I've seen from my consultations. So basically, I'm just telling them what to say and do, what they shouldn't be doing. I don't do them anymore, though. So, because I literally say the same stuff that I'm saying online here. It's just that when you pay extra for something, you literally tend to listen and do better than just getting the information for free. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So let me give you an example. If you were to pay me $150 to $200 for a one-on-one consultation, and you ask me specific questions, and I'm telling you the same stuff I'm telling y'all for free on here, you're literally going to say, okay, well, I paid for that information and that advice, so I'm going to put it to use and do what she said because I'm sitting here paying for it. You usually do what you pay for as far as when you get a consultation. But if it's sitting up here being free, you don't take it as seriously. You're not taking it as the most valuable information. You're not going to put it into play because you didn't pay for it. So when you literally put a price tag on something, people tend to listen better and put in the work and apply the knowledge versus getting it for free. So I don't do it anymore because I don't have time. There's too many people that would want it. Basically the same thing I'm telling y'all here is what I told them and what they did. But they paid for it, so they figured they might as well get their money's worth and follow the advice and put the information and the knowledge to the test. Okay, so they just took what I'm telling y'all more seriously and applied it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said everything looks costly. Which website, ma'am? I have lots of different businesses online. Which website you went to, girl? You gotta pay the cost to be the boss, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Stuff costs money because that's what it costs. Eh, eh. Get a man to buy it for you. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not that expensive, not to me. Just get some man to buy it. Like literally. We'll see what you can do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't mean to be insensitive, but like the prices are literally not bad. Okay. Girl, you tried YouTube, just not letting you? Okay. Sorry, Crystal, sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know. This must be something you're typing that's not allowing you to ask questions. Must be a word or something that's off limits. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, long ago when my channel was not um having so many like people in the comments, or like when that had lower subscriber numbers long ago, I had more time to do consultations. But now there would be way too many to do, so it wouldn't be even possible unless I charged $1,000. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Juliana. You said if you got a nose job, would that harm your reputation? Ma'am, I don't know what your nose look like, and I don't know your reputation, but I don't think I would care what other people thought anyway about anything that had to do with me. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, can a man want to take care of you, provide fully, but not want to commit to you? First of all, I really wouldn't want a man to do anything for me unless they wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay my bills, give me my money. If you don't want to commit to me, then that means I don't need to commit to you. You know what I'm saying? Take it as a pass to date other men. If they're not in full commitment to you, that means you're still free to date. You can get his and his. Sprinkle, sprinkle. His money and his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. What is the princess treatment according to you, Shira? Um, well, that depends on each individual person. For me, it takes a lot to impress me because I can do a lot on my own. So it depends on the woman. Each woman is different what princess treatment is to them. Okay. But how you treat yourself, the man should literally outdo you and impress you times 10 in order to consider that princess treatment. So they need to plan things that are really nice, that are impressive to you, have you flowers, take you to like fine dining, nice places, stuff that you wouldn't normally do for yourself, but it can impress you, you know. Make sure you don't pay for anything, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're happy. All of those things. If you can do them for yourself or you can outdo him as far as treating yourself, it's not really princess treatment. It's just normal treatment. So they got to go above and beyond what you already do for yourself naturally. Uh-oh. Thank you, Princess Hannah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said happy 2025. That's my mantra. She is pretty smart and she will provide you with. Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Okay, Madalena, okay, so you're 19 and the guy is 30, wealthy, and you have been on 3 nice dates. You're ready to get him to spend. What do I ask for? Whatever you want, ma'am. You're 19. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whatever you want, that's what you ask for. All right. I would have been talking about that from date one and date two. Whatever you want, that's what you ask for. Done. He's 30, you 19. You should be able to ask for whatever you want, child. Literally, ask for whatever you want. You want to go shopping? Ask him to take you shopping. You want bills paid? Ask him to pay a bill or them bills. Whatever. You're 19. You can literally ask for what you want. Mm-hmm. You said how to make him feel bad about not having two jobs without hurting him. Tell him that you need him to do a little bit more, or you're going to have to date older men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can make it someone else's fault. You can say, you know what? You can just make up a whole lie and say, you know what? I have a friend who's dating a man who's this old and she gets everything she wants. And, I really wish that I could have, certain things, but I know you're young and you can barely afford anything. So do you really think that we should stay together if you can't really afford to provide? I mean, I could literally date a little bit older and get the things that I need and require because, perhaps it's not wise to date someone the same age unless they have two jobs, of course. So make it seem like you're thinking about moving on, or make it seem like your friend is living the best life because she's dating an older man. And then say, well, if you had two jobs, it would literally be the same thing, except you'd be young. Maybe do it when you're a little tipsy so he thinks you're joking, or maybe do it when you're joking around. Maybe do it in a nice way, but he needs to know that he needs to get more money or you're going to date older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you got my coloring book. Thank you, Isabel. You said it's girls coloring book night. Girls coloring night. Thank you. Yes. Oh, wait, let me do the same pose. Hold on. Y'all get my coloring book. It's linked in the description bar under all my books. Click on all my books and all my books will come up and y'all can purchase. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get y'all's coloring books. It's on Amazon. I didn't colored a few pages myself. It's like mostly self-care, girly girl stuff, all different types of women, all very diverse. So definitely get your copy of the Sprinkle Sprinkle coloring book. There's even pictures of me in there that you can color. Okay. And it's on Amazon called SheRaSeven Sprinkle Sprinkle coloring book. Okay. You said you feel like men only want BBL types of women. How old are these men though? What age range are you going for? What type of money do these men have? What type of men are going for that? You got to change the type of man you're trying to attract. If you don't have a BBL, you need to attract certain types of men that don't like BBLs or don't care about no BBLs. You know what I'm saying? Change the type of man you're trying to attract. Okay. Old millionaires and billionaires don't want BBLs. I promise you that. Okay. You would. You said your boyfriend found out that you listened to Shera and got mad. Just say, yeah, I hope that motivated you to stay dust free. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like I always say, depending on where you're from and what type of men that you're trying to attract will depend on how you look in order to attract them. So you got to change what you're trying to attract if you don't want to have to alter your body. You know what I mean? Uh, Your husband owns a business surrounded by women. Should you care? And not as long as you can go to the mall or shop with his card all the time and go on vacations and do whatever you want. I mean, did you marry him for him to be 100% perfect and faithful? If you did, you better go up to his job, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you married him for the lifestyle, you better go live your life. Either way. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to bring up to this dude that in order to keep in touch with me, he got to pay for my phone. Leave him hanging on something really important that, like he was about to get some or something, and then don't call him or text him for like 2-3 days. Then, um, then like when he finally gets through to you on social media because you're getting free Wi-Fi from somewhere else, tell him your phone cut off and you couldn't make the plans to meet him because you need money to put your phone back on. Then he's going to provide you with that money because y'all were right in the middle of making plans to, go do something that you probably aren't getting ready to go do anymore. But you got to get the phone turned back on. Then when you get the phone turned back on, then you say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for getting my phone turned back on. When my phone was turned off, I was really reflecting on things, and, I applied for a bunch of, different jobs so I could have more income. And I might have an interview at such and such place next week or the time that we plan on meeting, unless I don't have to go in and you could just help me out. You know what I'm saying? If he has money, he's like, oh, I got you. Don't worry about that. Don't stress yourself out. I got you. How much do you need? If all he is phone bill, just put his number under phone bill and keep it moving and find find something to talk about on the phone he's paying for, until maybe talk to other guys too. Because if all he could do is a phone bill, it's not really worth it anyway. But, do get it paid. I don't know how young y'all are though, because y'all could be playing young people games with just phone bill. You said your provider pay your bills, but don't buy you no flowers. How to make him do that? Tell him. Tell him to buy you some flowers, or somebody else will. I don't know. It's like, buy me some flowers. What kind of man don't buy their woman flowers? Just tell him like that. Okay. Or get his credit card and put yourself on a weekly flower delivery. So he'll be buying you flowers anyway, whether he liked to or not. Okay. Tell him he signed up for a subscription, a weekly subscription for flowers. There you go. Y'all got to use y'all's words. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What age do you stop playing young people games? When you can afford, when you got an old person's wallet, when you can afford not to play games, but you can afford to provide. That's the age. When you can afford to provide, happy wife, happy life. If the man anyway. When you're a woman, when you stop playing games when you got everything you want. And okay. Then there's no more games to be played because you won. Mm-hmm. Okay, what you trying to make him chase you? What do you to a man in the beginning stages and he asks you to call and text him more. Text him about what you want. Text him links to what you want. Text him flowers that you like. Text him the things that he need to be doing for you to impress you, because that's his job. It ain't your job. Okay. My man's supposed to woo the woman and impress her. Why do you have to text him more? Why do you have to be the woman who is clingy and constantly needing and giving him validation? When he texts you something, you text him back, "Thank you. That was so nice of you. By the way, I really like this type of flower. If you're thinking of sending me flowers." If you're going to text him, make sure it's beneficial to you. It's like, "Hey, good morning. How are you?" After he texts you good morning first, say, "Hey, good morning. How are you? I was just looking at these beautiful flowers that my coworker was sent yesterday. They're so pretty. My favorite flowers are such and such." If he wants you to text, you better text to get more. Thank you, Noble Unity Jewel Sprinkle Sprinkle. You're not married, but your provider paid the bills. It's $15K for a Tommy T where you live in DC. Worth it to level up. Your thoughts? I mean, I don't know y'all's situation. Do you have kids? Is it going to make you feel better? Is he on board? Are you going to be able to take enough time to heal? That all matters to you, because everybody is different. I will never tell someone to go get plastic surgery. I mean, that's literally up to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But thank you for this super chat. This guy switched a date to the following Friday by gaslighting me, and I said, "Okay, didn't argue. Can I get money out of this?" Yes, if you're going out on a date with another man who's giving you money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because all he gonna do is not show up for that date either. All he did was find somebody online that looks better than you or has more in common with him to meet for the date you were supposed to meet. So he's just putting you on the back burner. So I would literally just be on a date with someone else and stand him up, because it doesn't seem like you're going on a date at all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stop meeting men online. Okay. Don't meet men online. If you didn't meet him online, then you're not a priority to him. I'm not getting ready to wait a whole another week to go out with somebody unless they're sending me apology gifts the same week that they canceled. So it's like, "Oh, well, you can make it up for me by sending me this, and that until then." Take yourself seriously so that they can. It's like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll let you make it up to me. Here's a few things that you can send me. Here's my wish list. Here's some flowers that I like, da, da, da. Here's a little spa gift certificate. Go ahead and send it so I'll have something to do." Know your value. You said how to stop him from dealing 50-50 all the time with you. Deal with somebody else who doesn't make you do 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we determine our own value. If you reach in your wallet, that's your value. 50-50 chick. Okay. Stop reaching in your wallet and tell him straight up, "No thanks. Not anymore. Either we're ending this or you're going to man up." Or date someone older, man. Sometimes if you're dating somebody your same age, they can't afford you. Okay. You gotta either know your value or stay with what you know. Oh, on award, sprinkle, sprinkle. How are you? How do you react gracefully if a strange man grabs your bottom without your consent in public or any kind of unwanted physical approach? We love you, Shira. Start talking in a really deep voice. That will scare them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Okay. Someone says call the police. Girl, start talking in your deepest voice. See what they do. Someone said slap him. But you could get if no one saw them grab your butt, you could get in trouble for assault. So you just, you make them feel way more uncomfortable than they made you feel. You know what I'm saying? You found out he linked up with a girl last weekend. How to make this benefit for me? Well, if he likes you and he wants to keep you around, then you need to ask for something that you want that costs a lot of money. Okay. Shopping spree. I don't know how much money he has, so depend on how much money he has. So if it's a shopping spree, if it's a new bag, if it's an upgrade to your vehicle, he needs to pay for his forgiveness so that he can keep you. So if he likes you a lot, he'll be willing to pay for your forgiveness when you bust him. So figure out what it is that you want. And when he says, well, what can I do? I'm so sorry. What can I do to get you to forgive me? It's like, I don't know yet, but I'll have to think about it. You know, but I do need I was, you know what? I was trying to think about where I wanted to go shopping and what I wanted to buy. And I was in a good mood. And now I get this news and I don't know what to do. Like, should I save my money, start over and do something different? Or then he'll be like, well, what did you want to buy? Let me take you shopping, and then he'll just pick up the tab, man, or take you to the car dealership, whatever, however he got it, that's what he's going to do to buy your forgiveness. And if his forgiveness costs money every time, he'll try to mess up less and less, and because you're going to be gaining and gaining and gaining every time he messes up. Like he's paying a fine. And that doesn't mean that you're going to sleep with him after that either. It means you're going to have to take a long time to think about if you want to do that again after he's been tested and after he's been punished and waited a long time and you feel good about the situation and you have everything you want and he's acting right. If he messes up, the timeline starts all over and you're not going to be giving him anything anyway. So it depends on why you're with him as well. So you could benefit from it by busting him and making him pay for his forgiveness. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so a lot of men don't understand men will pay for forgiveness if they don't want to lose you or if it costs more to lose you than it does to keep you. All right. A lot of guys are used to dealing with pygmisha and women that are in their tax bracket. Some men who are successful in life, they know exactly what they want and they go after it and they don't want to lose their investment. See, a lot of men do not invest in women, so they're easily able to let them go. But if you're paying bills, if you're paying for car notes, if you're paying for lifestyle and you invested heavily into a woman, you're going to not easily just let them go on to the next man. You're going to say, well, what do I need to do to keep you? Because I've invested so much. A lot of dusties don't understand this, so they think it's fiction, but it's not. Once you raise your tax bracket and get into the next level, you'll see how men treat their women a little bit different. Chestnuts roasting. But a dusty could never fathom this. Ask women who know. Thank you, Madalena. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would you do if you were 19 in Miami to get the most money? Miami is difficult. I would leave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would go to somewhere where I wouldn't have to compete and I was guaranteed a millionaire. Okay. At 19, why are you bringing sand to the beach, man? Go somewhere else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You say it sounds like sophisticated tricking. Don't sound like no relationship advice. It's not relationship advice. It's financial advice. You see, I teach women to go for lifestyle. Because if you love yourself as a woman, you're not going to deal with a man who doesn't love you enough to provide for you in the lifestyle that you want. So if you're only wanting to roll around on an air mattress with a dusty and pretend y'all are in love until the lights start flickering on and off, that's great. But if you are smart, financially intelligent, you already know there's no romance without finance. Okay. So I don't know what type of relationships y'all are used to, But, rolling around on an air mattress with your pick Misha is not what a lot of people have in mind for lifestyle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said who invited the trolls? Girl, I don't know. You said, y'all, you get me with that air mattress every time because that's just true. Y'all ever been to somebody's dusty son's room or apartment? That's what they got in there, an air mattress, a PlayStation, and ramen noodles. That's what they got. And then talking about looking for true love. You need to be looking for some true money. Okay. Um, you said she still think her old Dusty is worth something, worth more to you? Uh, I'm sure he's worth more to you because, a lot of people don't realize that, when you get older, a lot of stuff matures, including finances. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Investments. A lot of things. You got a provider that makes 10K a month and sends you 500 a month without asking me. He keeps trying to get me. Girl, run, because that's not a lot of money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How old are you? Run, ma'am. That's not a lot. Unless you live in a third world country, run. Let me add it up. Let me get my little calculator out. Okay, that's 120 a year that he makes minus taxes. Okay. He's only giving you $6,000 a year, ma'am. That's all he's giving you. You want to have somebody's baby for $6,000 a year? You could get more having a baby as a surrogate mother. They'll pay you 30 plus. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. She said he gives her $500 a month. So if you do 500 times 12, you're going to get 6,000. And he wants to impregnate you and only makes 120K a year before taxes. I don't know how old you are, where you want to live, what school district you want your kids to live in, what type of house you want, but I don't know if that's going to happen in this day and age on that salary. And he never asked you to marry him. So to me, he's giving dust. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, should you tell a broke boy you are moving on or just move on? Just move on. They'll figure it out. They'll know it's because they're broke and they can't blame anyone but themselves. Mm-hmm. You said, why would a man spend his days on here? Insane. I don't know. You got me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you can't even get a McDonald's meal with 500. What? No. To the lady that asked me about the 500 a month, if you're like in a third world country, I think that's okay. But in America, it's not. It's no good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, it's helpful. You can add him to the roster, but don't have his baby and date other men. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all got to up your value. Okay. Y'all can't come on this channel and ask me questions and you don't know your own value. You can't come on this channel and ask me questions looking like who I don't know what y'all look like because some of y'all's thumbnails aren't up here or profile pictures, but y'all can't expect to get the same results as some women who put in a lot of effort into what they look like or choose the correct targets. Y'all aren't choosing the correct targets. Y'all are trying to make y'all's dusty into something that they're not. Y'all are trying to get somebody the same age that looks good or looks better than you. Y'all got to choose the correct target. Y'all got to put in work on what you look like to attract the correct target and get them to spend. Y'all are trying to work from what y'all already have created that's not working for you. So if you don't look like the type of man or type of woman, like for the gay guys, if you don't look like the type of man some old gay dude is going to fund, then go transform yourself to look like that. And if ladies, if you don't look like the type of woman some old rich man is going to pay bills for, go change the way you look to look like the type of woman some old rich man going to pay bills for. It's just that simple. Okay, that's the formula. If you can't do it, then, don't do it. If you're not able to apply the information and do what's right, then don't do it. When I used to do consultations, this is what I used to tell people. You can't expect the same results if you don't change anything. No, you can't you can't expect different results if you don't change something. Change the type of man you're going for. Change the way you look. Change this, change that. And then you'll see the difference. You're on vacation with a rich neighborhood, in a rich neighborhood with provider, but he don't leave you alone to freestyle. There are so many rich men what to do. Go for a spa day. Go get your nails did. Go somewhere he's not able to go for women. And then go do what you want to do. Okay. Make up stuff where he can't go because it's for women. Then go freestyle. You said you're kind of worried that a man who meets your standards will never find you. Well, then you need to have 2 high standards that most men can meet that have money. So is he able to provide fully for you? Is he a decent human being? And does he like you more? Those are the standards that most of the standards, and then you could narrow it down after you find that one, but you don't need to have a whole list of impossibilities. You need to have a list of the main things that you need met. Like definitely full provider, definitely likes you way more, definitely decent human being. If you can get those 3 things, you can work on the rest. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it's still early. You said dust in the chat, girl. When you're a guy and you dusty, you have no shame in your dustiness, that's step 1 to accepting that you're dusty. Because in order to change, you got to accept what you already are. So they're already doing better than some other dusties that don't think they're dusty. So at least they're accepting their dusty status, and that's the first step to changing. Okay. What do you think about no label relationships? As long as there's a direct deposit into the account every month and you're living the lifestyle that you like and you can date whoever you want, I think it's fine. Since there's no label, get your money, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. He gives you no money and you were struggling for 5 years, just started making real money. Girl, I wouldn't even claim nobody that had not given me any money. They wouldn't even I wouldn't even know their name. Know your value. How to change a 50-50 guy? Go out and find another man and change the man. Change change the man from him to him. One that provides versus one that got his hand out. Or ask him to get a second job and take care of all the bills and tell him to man up. If you don't want to do it, tell him you got to go find somebody more masculine that can do it. Oh, Nabosky, sprinkle, sprinkle. You want something that's like $200? How should I ask? He got you Christmas gifts and into the new political landscape. How should us ladies operate? Okay, I don't know how old he is, but $200 is not a lot of money. Usually people spend that on a nice dinner or for maybe a first date. So that's not really a lot of money unless he's very young. So I would just ask him. And if you act like it's a lot of money, they're going to act like it's a lot of money. If you act like it's nothing, they're going to just go ahead and take care of it. So another way to get what you want is to act like whatever you're asking for is not a lot at all. It's just $200. Like, oh, you know what? There's something that I want. It's cheap. Don't worry. Start off like that. So here it is. It's only $200. So this is nice, right? Thank you so much. I know it's going to look so good on me. Act like it's not a lot of money. How you react to something is how they react to it. So chalk it up as if it's cheap. It's not a lot of money to you. He should go ahead and get it. Da da da. Okay. If he starts to act like it's a lot of money, he's going to look cheap and feel bad. And then he's going to feel like he can't afford you and that he's going to lose you to a man that has more money. So he's going to go ahead and get it for you. Okay. So you act like it ain't a big deal and it's not a lot of money. Oh, you know what? I really like this such and such. It's not that expensive. So could you go ahead and get it for me? That would be so nice of you. It's only $200. Yeah. It's not that much, right? Yeah, I got it. That's what he'll say. But if you're sitting there afraid to ask this man for something that costs $200, you don't feel like you're worth it. And you feel like 200 is a lot and you don't feel like you deserve it. So 200 is nothing. So know your value. Mm-hmm. You said if you're what? 3 providers and you can make room for a dusty. No, we don't. You don't make room for dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Leah, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Leah. You said, should you feel guilty for going for a rich married sugar daddy? I don't know. Does he feel guilty for breaking his vows? Yeah, you should feel guilty for him breaking his own vows, that he committed to, and let the next lady collect the money, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I don't think you should feel guilty at all. It's not. You didn't take vows at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he lied to you. You didn't take no vows. Why do you feel guilty? You should just feel like you're supposed to be getting way more now that you figured out the truth. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay, KF says, "Lady of the night, men don't take you seriously." Well, then don't be a lady of the night. Okay, be a lady about your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you entertain your boyfriend if he says you have too much attitude and plans to mirror my attitude from now on? And even though he barely calls or texts me, he's telling you to get another one, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's telling you to go get you another man who's mature enough to give you what you want. Because you wouldn't have an attitude with him if he was doing what you needed him to do. All right. Basically, he's telling you to go get another one. Sounds like y'all are young children. Are y'all in high school still? Is this a grown man doing this? Is he paying bills? Is he buying you gifts? Like, what is he doing? Why are you still with him if he's not doing the most? Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not dealing with that. I'm just gonna deal with another one. That's how you gotta. That's have an even worse attitude and don't deal with that and deal with another one. Mm-hmm. You said, "Is my poster for sale?" No, you got. I got that from a company where you can have your own cutout made of yourself or somebody else. It's called All Personalization. ALL personalization, and you can use my code SheRaSeven to get a discount on making one for yourself. But yeah. It's called All Personalization.com, I think. Personalizations. And then just use my code SheRaSeven, all one word. And you get a little discount. There you go. And they make cutouts and smaller ones that are tabletop or tall ones. They'll ask you your height so they can make it accurate if you make one of yourself. Okay. Thank you. Tell them I sent you. Use my discount code and give you some little sprinkle on the side. Okay. You said tell us about all your affiliates. It's too many. That's one of them now. Sprinkle. I have stuff I hadn't even talked about yet. It's just sitting here waiting to be promotion, waiting for promotion. Okay. Get one for yourself at home, gym for inspiration, and while you level up. That's a good idea. Thank you, Jennifer. Sprinkle. You're extremely beautiful and turns a lot of heads, but you look too young and men don't approach. What to do? Look older. Sprinkle. You don't have to look old, but you have to dress and look more mature. Maybe do a little bit more makeup, do a little bit more different types of outfit that older women would wear. Okay. Try that if you're trying to attract somebody older. You said steps to go from hooking up in a casual, I'm going to say casual relationship to being provided for. Stop altogether, level up, go to a different side of town, increase your standards, and only deal with men who have money, who want relationships, and who want to provide. You got to cut all the rest off and have high standards and do not bend them. Don't be desperate. Don't feel like you need validation from people. You got to up your standards, know your value, and only deal with the men who are going to meet them. Now, that might mean dealing with less men, but higher quality versus dealing with several or a lower quality man and, bending your standards. Okay. You gotta make a choice and stick to it. Okay. But you got to switch the person out, because if you've been doing that with somebody forever, that's all they see you as. They're not going to respect you and treat you on a level to provide for you if you've been, their little jump off or whatever you call it. A little situationship or whatever. They're not going to take you seriously. Okay. Unless they really, really like you and you can literally go out and do better than them, um, and you don't really need them and you just discard them, then they might have a change of feelings and maybe want to compete with whoever you're dealing with. But you need literally got to move on either way. Hmm. You said, can your man buy you a ceiling fan? I don't want a ceiling fan in my room. It collects dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. If I ask him to do anything, I'm gonna put a chandelier up there. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said because you're dusty. No, not everybody wants a ceiling fan in their room. Okay. They are actively competing right now. What? Okay, good for you. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm reading some of these comments. They're hilarious. Kiki, last night, you missed it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You messed up and you got a chandelier ceiling fan. Haha. Girl, you got both? How does that work? You said, why so many haters? Girl, I don't know. Or sir, I don't know. I can't tell if you're a girl or boy. You got that SpongeBob up there. Um, why so many haters? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't ask. I mean, I couldn't answer you. All I know is people just project. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said haters are free promo. It's annoying. Well, they got to do something. That's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, some of these questions, silly questions, make me mad. Well, you know what? I think the people that ask them are looking for the attention that they can't get by being themselves. Like, I've been doing this for so long. I understand why people ask certain things. Or they're trying to screenshot it and put it on their social media to get views. So either way, they're not doing it for a reason that they're not trying to benefit from it. They're either seeking attention or trying to screenshot it to get views on their social media because they can't get views by themselves. So either way, I understand their intention behind it. So that's why it doesn't bother me so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah, you just kind of feel sorry for them that they have to do all of that to get some type of attention. Sometimes it's funny, and I make it part of the video, but sometimes it's dumb. And I know because a lot of times when people are hating, they spam because they're trying to get attention. So I figure they're not getting enough attention at home or with whoever they're with, and they need it elsewhere. So they choose to come here and get it. I don't know. But either way, if it's not funny, or if I can't make it part of, the video, then you're wasting your time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You're 22. Your videos help get out of your pick Misha stage. Yes, easy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. How would you approach dating for marriage at 33? I wouldn't. Unless you're going to date a much older man. So if you're 33, you need to be dating somebody 55 and up. That's the closest you're going to get married real quick. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or unless you find somebody that's trying to hide in the closet and he has to find a beard real quick for his family to approve. That's the only way should be dating for marriage at 33. You dating a much older man, or you're gonna be somebody's beard in a lavender marriage. Thank you, Manny, sprinkle, sprinkle, for helping you level up and dealing with stupidity. Thank you, Manny, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Why men in their 30s don't want to marry? Because they still think they're 20s. They still think they're in their 20s. That's why. Okay. They still think they're in their 20s. They've made enough money in their 30s to impress somebody that's 20. So now they want to go get the woman that they couldn't afford in their 20s in their 30s. That's why they don't want to marry in their 30s, because they're still thinking they're 20. So you got to wait till they start losing stuff and stuff stop working for them to want to marry you. That's why you need to just marry for a lifestyle. Because when most men are ready to settle down and marry, their stuff ain't working no more. Their stuff ain't working good no more. All they have left to offer is literally money. They start going bald, getting a beer belly, start getting gray hairs, stuff start falling off, stuff stop working. So you're literally only there for the lifestyle if you're trying to marry somebody when they're ready to get married. Thank you, Leah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's the truth. If you try to marry someone young, you got to literally force them to marry, threaten them to marry, fake a pregnancy to get married, do all that kind of stuff, you know. But when a man wants to marry, it's because he's, already explored all the options of dealing with younger women or women his own age. And now, he has to literally pay more to be single than he does to be married. That's when you go get them, when they're having that midlife crisis and they got money to spend and you're only in it for lifestyle. Oh, thank you, Siren Sam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's a man who's been trying to date you but inconsistent, and you asked him for a shopping trip. He wants to see you again. He said $500 limit. Thoughts? That's not okay. So a man that says $500 limit, where do he expect you to go shopping at? I mean, you can go to Forever 21. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can find some good stuff in there for 500, unless you go shopping online or you take him somewhere and spend $500 on one thing. It's up to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For me, it depends on what you want to do with this man. So if you're going to keep him around, you need to show him your taste is expensive. So you take him wherever you can buy one thing that costs $500. That's frivolous, like a belt. Okay. Or you go to Forever 21 and go crazy. But if you want to show him that you have high quality taste, take him somewhere and make him spend $5 on a stupid object. So he knows that next time he has to upgrade. He got to spend more. Okay, because all you got was one thing. And then someone says, then return it. Get the money, right? But go buy a belt or something. Go buy some Tom Ford makeup. Go buy some expensive perfume. Go buy a belt or something, buy one or two things that are very expensive, so that next time he knows he got to come out of his wallet and not no 500. Thank you, my liminal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. So let me see how much. Let me see how much something is that you can get for $500. There's a perfume that I like. Okay, you can get some Okay, here's some perfumes that are kind of expensive. Oh shoot. How much is this? Where is the price? Get the big one. Hold on, I gotta add it to my bag. Oh, never mind. Can't get the big one because it costs more than 500. Okay, go get this perfume if you don't already have it. This is about 500. Walk out. Thank you. Have your little bag. Thank you. This man dropped $500. He thinks you're gonna get like outfits for days or a couple of, pieces. You walk out with something this little. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Someone said a Burberry scarf. You was thinking sacks? Okay, ma'am. Yes. Take them and buy him like something real small so he knows that next time he got to do more because that's just a little trinket. This $5 isn't going too far, or $500. You're spending it as if it's $5. Okay. It said Baccarat Rouge. That's the perfume stain. Thank you. Abimola. Thank you, girl. You said so smart to sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. So determining like your value determines where you go shop with that $500. It's going to set the rest of the tone for the spending in the relationship. You think I missed a super chat? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I didn't miss any. Thank you, Moy. You said you appreciate me. Okay, you were thinking sacks. Okay, here's one I think I missed. Your pilot, who is 11 years older than you, are often comments that you're old and tries to humble me at my age. I'm 30, but I look much younger than that. So, well, and everybody else says I look young, and everybody else is always, trying to ask me out on dates when you're gone. So I don't think I have a problem with my age, how I look. Like, you got to correct them real quick when they start to humble you. You got to say, well, you know what? A lot of people think I look good, and they don't have no problem with it, and always trying to ask me out when you're gone. So, you humble them right back, and you just move on like you didn't even get offended. It's like, oh, don't worry, I get a lot of attention whether I'm old or not. People are always asking me out when you're not here. So I think I'm good. Shira, would you travel to Africa? Only if somebody got their own private jet, their own private villa, or if there's somewhere that I wanted to go in the future, maybe. I don't know. Right now, I'm not really focused on traveling too much to anywhere. I was planning to go to LA this summer, but I don't think that's happening because of all those fires. Then so I might have to go somewhere else. But when I start traveling abroad, both my daughters will be with me, and that means they can't be in school anymore. So, and we're going to be gone not for like a week or two. We're going to go like do the thing, Shira, did you ask how is me, Russell? How is Russell? Yeah, Russell Hartley. Because he lives in California. He lives in LA. I think he's okay. I think he left his house, evacuated, but I haven't really. Let me see. Check his socials. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, shoot. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Since y'all want the update, y'all can't follow him on social media. He's on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, let's see what he posted. Okay, I don't think he's posted anything new since yesterday. Just some updates on the fire stuff, but I don't think he's there. You see, y'all go check on Road. Tell him I sent y'all so to see if he all right. Okay. How to react when he says no when you ask for money. Act like it's no big deal and that have the look on your face that you'll just get it somewhere else. And immediately change your attitude. So, for example, if you ask him for some money, he says no. You say, oh, okay, don't worry about it. Then immediately go cold. But don't get mad. Just be very short. It's like, oh, can I have this or can I have some money? He'll be like, no. It's like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. Then get on your phone and start texting and smiling. But look at something like silly, like social media or something. Don't look worried at all. Like, look like you know you're going to get it somewhere else. Then when you don't ask again, when you don't get mad, when you just kind of are very nonchalant, they'll ask you how much. How much was it again? How much do you need? What do you need it for? They're going to start asking questions when you stop caring. And you look like you're going to go somewhere else and get it, or that you can get it somewhere else. It's like, oh, don't worry about it then. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay. Huh? How much do I need again? Oh, well, I said that much, but I really needed more. But since you said no, I don't know. You can't afford it. Then they'll try to give you the money. But you got to act like you don't care and that you literally can go and get it anywhere else. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're really the one paying all the bills? No, I'm not. If I paid bills, I'd be in a way, way, way different neighborhood. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I would probably be in an old Victorian house, and it would be a historical home that I would purchase. So if I was paying for everything, I would have exactly what I wanted. I'd have an old historical home with a plaque on it. It would be Victorian style, and it would probably be on some land if I was paying any bills. Because like a lot of men don't like stuff like that. So if I lived alone, that's what I would be paying for. That's what I would buy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. If y'all ever see me living like that, I'm paying all the bills. But until if y'all don't see me living like that, I ain't paying no bills. Okay. Thank you. You've been using Shear's advice and you got small gifts for Christmas from your new sugar daddy. Okay then, Issa, sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Get your money, man. You say it's all lies. Sir, if you don't have money, just say you ain't got money. Okay. I have money for days, weeks, months. I don't have to sit up here and talk to somebody who's broke in the comments. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Shira, what? You don't follow him because of how he treated women a few years ago? Okay. Well, you don't have to follow anybody. You don't have to follow anybody. You don't have to take anybody's advice. It's a free world. Take what you like out of it, leave the rest. That's what I always say. I don't follow anybody word for word. I do what I want. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You know who I don't follow? Dusty red pill men that still dress like that they're in junior high school. I don't follow none of them. They look angry, mad that they can't afford the type of women that they want. And they let themselves go and all they do is talk trash about women, and I don't follow those type of guys because they're very financially immature and mentally immature. So this might be your favorite look, Miss Miley. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. I have lots of looks. I just change it up every now and then. Mm-hmm. You said Shear's advice gets you money. Your advice leaves women broke and unhappy with the illusion of fulfillment. Exactly. I'm helping women get to the bag every day, left and right. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate it. Men always want to get mad when they can't do better than you. Then they try to drag you down to their level since they can't get up on yours. We already know that. We already know a weak man when we see him in the comments. We already know a jealous woman when we see her in the comments with no profile pic and a weird name. We already know. Y'all are just insecure. Y'all just do better in 2025, baby. That's all we can do. All we can do is do better. And the fact that you showed up here to get clocked says that you want to improve. So we're going to help you get improved. Do better. It's 2025. Do better. All right. The fact that you come here to get clocked means that you really want to improve. So you need somebody to call you out. You need this discipline. You need somebody to tell you about your ways. So I'll do it. Since you can't tell yourself, get in the mirror and tell yourself to do better, I will tell you to do better. Do better. All right. He. How should you react to people saying that you're vain for taking care of how you look and be unbothered? Or what should I say? I love your videos and your hair. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Accept it and say, yes, I am vain. You can learn something from me. Do better. Tell them to do better in 2025. Just like say the same thing I just told all these people that came here to get clocked. Okay. Tell them to do better in 2025. And if they put in effort, they could look good too. Thank you. It's the truth that there's sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so much. Giant Hello Kitty bouquet, Harry, David, gift basket, and stockings full of goodies for you. Thanks for your advice. Okay, ma'am. That sounds like a good Christmas. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Congrats. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said most men are in. Sorry, y'all. I pushed the wrong button. Trying to scroll up and read some of these comments. Yeah, if people come to this YouTube channel, they're gonna get clocked if they're talking nonsense. They should know. Okay. Mm-hmm. What? Dusty wants you to manage his settlement money and keep me. Is that worth it? Girl, how much is it? And are you sure it's a settlement? $400K. Okay. What's he want you to do with it, ma'am? Flip it, invest it, what, so he can blame you if it don't work out? I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's up to you, ma'am. I'm like, tell him to seek financial management. Don't put that all on you. I don't know. That's not too much. I mean, invest it or put it in some type of thing in the bank to grow. And not all of it, but some of it. Okay. He said, make sure he ain't tricking you into laundering. Exactly. Make sure it's coming from a legit source. Okay. Mm-hmm. You bees mad you don't have a man. They got several men. They have a roster because they listen to me. They got several men, one taking them out to dinner, one paying a phone bill, or they got one provider. They don't have no dusties though, because I tell them to stay away from dust. The smart ones don't have dust. Okay. A man equals a provider. If you're not a provider, you ain't got a man either. If you're not, if you can't provide for yourself, you're not a provider either. And you don't have a man either, sir. You aren't a man either if you can't provide for a woman. So just understand that. So these women, you say that they're mad because they don't have a man. But you're not even a provider. So you can't even be an option to them. They're they're not mad because they don't have a man. They probably more mad that you are not a man. Thank you, Miley. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We live together. He provides now, acts like he's tight on money. Would you advise a young woman to live alone? How should you detach emotionally? You should be dating other men if you're not married to him and he's not giving you enough money, ma'am. You should keep your options open, because once a man thinks he's got you and you don't have options or your own business or your own money, he's going to try to control you with that. So you need to keep your options open. Okay. A lot of women don't realize that you need to keep them options open, or you need to check him constantly, telling him he needs to do better, or you're gone. Either way, you got to get what you want. Okay. You can do it in a nice, nasty way, saying, oh, you know what? You just do a lot more. Are you having financial problems? Okay. Well, I guess I need to go find a job at night at a cocktail bar. You know what I'm saying? That means you're not going to be home. You're going to be out at night around a bunch of drunk men that have money to give. So you put it like that, he's not going to let you go out there and do that. He's going to give you what you want. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much people don't realize how much power they actually have in a relationship. All you got to do is threaten to go get a job if you look good. Believe me, it works. You threaten to go get you a job where a bunch of rich men hang out and look good. Have the audacity to look good and see what happens. You said your boyfriend don't care you're a server now, but where? Where are you serving? You know what I'm saying? Are you surrounded by millionaires? You need to tell him you're going to work around millionaires, rich people, and then, start paying less and less attention. Now, the country club, no. You gotta do better than that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Part-time receptionist and a high, what am I saying? I'm trying to read this and talk at the same time. Part-time receptionist in a major law firm. Thank you, Mealy. You actually thought of that. Would you advise me to work? What if he thinks because I have money, I don't know? Girl, y'all are missing the whole point. You're not really going to go get a job. You're just going to lie and get out of the house and go look for another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said Gucci store. Okay. So what you're really going to do is lie. Say you're going to go get a job, get out of the house, and go get a sugar daddy to pay them bills, man, or to give you that extra money. Duh. How to freestyle in the snow, girl. Who out there freestyling in the snow? I don't know. I guess if you go to a ski lodge, you can freestyle in the snow. Abril is asking me if I have a man. Do I have a man or some man? Yeah, I'm married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So welcome to the channel. It's obvious that you're new. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. Okay. Marriage tips. Keep them chasing still. Don't tell them everything. Remain a mystery. Don't be too nice. Don't become the cook, the maid, or the laundromat. Keep your own individuality. That's my tips for marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can work wherever you want. But what I'm saying, the trick that I was trying to tell y'all is to not really go get a job, but to threaten to go get a job around a lot of rich men and just really go find a sugar daddy. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I've been streaming for how long? Girl, it is a long time. Well, thank y'all for being here. I mean, some of y'all have been here since the beginning of the video. Y'all been watching for quite a while, so I appreciate that. Thank you. How do you dress for wide shoulders and look classy? I don't know how wide your shoulders are. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe have like I don't know. Do turtlenecks look good on wide shoulders? I don't even know. I think there are more fashion forward channels that you can look that up on or Google it because I don't know, man. I'm not a fashion what you call it influencer. But thank you. Some of the fashion experts can chime in the comments. I'm not a fashion expert. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Would you ever do mental health videos? I don't think that I'm qualified to do mental health videos. Plus, I would tell them all the wrong things to do according to whatever training people got. Okay? It would literally be a joke. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Would you? Yeah. So, like, I am not politically correct all the time. I laugh at stuff that people shouldn't laugh at. So, I don't think I'm the right person for the job for making a video on mental health. So, I'm going to make up jokes. People are going to be like, oh, I can't do that. But I just did. So, I don't think I'm the right one. Yeah. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, where are the mods at? Girl, we don't have no mods over here. We just have weirdos in the comments looking for attention. But they're saying sprinkle, sprinkle, so I guess that's okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They're just spamming so no one else can comment because they have nothing else to do. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't get enough attention in childhood. We don't know. We just don't know. Maybe they were ignored by their parents who had to work because they were with a Dusty in a 50-50 relationship and didn't get enough attention from their parents at home and they had to literally raise themselves. So now they're trying to get the attention that they were lacking in childhood. That's quite all right. But I can give them some advice. Don't date broke so that your child won't be in somebody's comments when they get older begging for attention. All right? Spend some time with your kids. Don't get with a Dusty that makes you work. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, seriously. You don't want your kids in here looking like Abril. Spend some time with your kids, okay? What do you think about men that say that they're deprived because they're paying the rent? The government can pay the rent. That's what you say. A crazy chick, ask Abril, can pay the rent. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I told y'all I ain't the one to talk about mental health. Compare them to all the things that are not very valuable that can pay the rent. My pastor can reach into his building fund and pay the rent. You are not the prize. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say he keeps telling you he's the prize. He's the prize. Okay. That's because you are not the prize, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. If a man keeps telling you he's the prize, it's because you ain't the prize. Because I promise you, a man would never let those words leave his mouth if you were the prize. You're not treating yourself like the prize. That's why he's claiming it. Do you pay bills? Do you pay any bills in your house? Do you reach in your wallet when you go out with him? Do you buy him expensive gifts? If the answer is yes to all of those questions, you are not the prize. Okay. So you got to make sure you're not acting like you're not the prize, because they'll start acting like they are if you're not. You said what? You said, how does it feel to be obese? I don't know. How does it feel, April? It feels great to be rich, though. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You would be so grossed out to hear a man tell me that he was the prize. Me too. It would be over at that same moment. Tell him he can go be the prize with someone else. Okay. Uh-oh, Sierra, sprinkle, sprinkle. How much should they spend before giving it up? And how long do you think we can reasonably wait before they find someone else? Okay. First of all, your goal needs to only be on what you want to gain out of the relationship. If you eventually want to sleep with them, they need to invest a lot into you so that when you do allow them to sleep with you, they've invested so much that they're not going anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? So yes, thousands. It has to be in the thousands, because the more a man invests, the longer he sticks around. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That means they need to be paying bills, taking you out, buying you gifts, etc., etc. Thousands. Okay. You're so selfish that you have a cardboard cut out of you. Yes, that's why. It's because I'm selfish. You're correct. Not because people send it to me to advertise for their company. That's not the reason at all. It's because I'm selfish and I decided to get a cardboard cut out of me for no reason. By the way, if y'all want that cardboard cutout of yourself or of someone else, go to allpersonalizations.com and use the promo code SheRaSeven, all one word in caps. You get your little discount on yours too. You could be selfish like me and get yourself too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said selfish is the wrong word. Well, I don't know if English is their first language, so we can't be mad at them for not knowing the correct words to insult people. Selfish is not an insult. It just means that you value yourself. If someone had valued you, you wouldn't be in these comments seeking attention because you'd have it already from someone else. Yeah. So value yourself. Maybe you should go get you a cutout so you can feel good about you. I really think you should, because like you can get a discount if you use my code. Car, you said men are selfish too. Girl, selfish is not an insult. It literally is not. It means you value yourself and you care about yourself. And you're not going to let people take advantage of you. That's literally what it means. And if you want to share whatever it is that you have, or if you want to contribute something, that's your choice and your decision. People should not try to push you to do something that you're not trying to do or want to do. So it's not really selfish. It's just you value yourself. Okay. You said Abril is possessed. You said she possessed by a dust demon over there? Okay. I rebuke you, dust demon. Mama say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. Come out. Come out, dust demon. Pick Misha demon. Okay. You said the Dusties will possess. Yeah, they need to go ahead and find some business. Possess some money or something. Okay. You said fix them lips. Fix your bank account. My lips are fine, baby. You know, a lot of people that are mad, I think a lot of people mad because I keep blocking them and they have to make like 50 YouTube accounts. This is like your 8th or 10th YouTube account, ma'am. I know exactly who it is. I've blocked them like 18 times. I literally had to make 18 new YouTube accounts. It's sad. There's something literally messed up with them. Like they really just mad at themselves. I really don't understand why people waste their time. I think, you know what I think it is? Oh, hold on. Somebody's texting me. Hey, Sparkle. Hold on, let me get back to the pick me shit in a second. Huh? Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, literally some people are mad for no reason. Yeah, it's just because their life isn't the way that they want it to be. That's all, you know. We wish them the best though. There's nothing that we can do about it. They have to change for themselves. We can't really help them if they don't want help. Okay. Should we allow them to make their 19th account and block them here? I'm gonna let you keep this one for a while. I'll let you keep this account up for a while. I know you're tired of making YouTube accounts. Your 18 YouTube accounts? Are you serious? I sometimes think some of y'all are secretly like into me, like especially since you're a woman. I think you might need to come out the closet, ma'am. You got a secret crush. It's okay. I mean, I can't blame you. I look good. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said how to look classy. Girl, just look how you like to look. Some people wouldn't even consider this look classy, but I appreciate it. I say whatever your definition of classy is, just emulate it. You could go on Pinterest and type in how to look classy and see what comes up. I think it's different for different places, different age ranges, different areas. So look up your area, like how to look classy in wherever you live, you know, because this is different for different places. But classy, just look it up on Pinterest. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm. If you live at home and don't pay rent, what's a reason to ask for a large sum of money each month? Um, Something that you have to pay for. It could be a car note. It could be an investment property. It could be poor fake Aunt Ethel whose mortgage you have to pay because she's too old. It could be anything. Just make it up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You said, what do you think about men who work out and ask for compliment? I say don't get too involved with them because they probably like men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, unless you are a man, then y'all are on the right track. Okay. If you okay, he's gay. Yes, girl. Man, I don't know. Like, are you hoping he's gay or not? If you working out and looking for compliments and you a man, I think you gay. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you're his girlfriend? Oh, ooh. Well, if he's come a long way in the gym and he's trying to do that for you, you're already his girlfriend. He just wants to know that his work is paying off. So lie to him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Thank you, Ocean. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, we need a surviving Dusty Dads live. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is there any advice on a provider who has low boundaries on giving to women who are in need, giving too much and not keeping enough? Um, I don't know what that means, but don't try to get money out of men that don't have the money to give. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're waiting for the day Shira's book will be promoted on Oprah's book club. Girl, they still got that. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. Somebody who? Okay. How can you get your money back without begging for his attention? You should have never gave it to him in the first place. You never give money to a man, ever. All right. What? What y'all doing in these comments? Hold on. Make sure you're the first one in need on payday. Okay. Oh, Lucy, sprinkle, sprinkle. What are sensual, feminine ways to make yourself memorable and on second and third dates with a prospective target? Keep him intrigued and thinking of you after. Okay, you got to make him feel way better with you than without you. So you got to make him look good in public. So that means you got to look good. You got to be some cute arm candy. You got to laugh at all his jokes and ask him about himself and seem truly interested in whatever he's talking about and have a few things in common. So maybe you need to like talk to him, get some information and go do some research on a few things that you may want pretend you have in common. And then you tell him that you really like spending time with him and that you had the best time and like whatever, and you told your friend about him. So if you say you told your friend about him, that means you're talking to him about him to your friends or your family. So he thinks you like him. You make him feel good out in public, your arm candy. You laugh at all his dumb jokes, and then you find something to talk about that y'all are have in common with each other. He's going to remember you above all the other people that are just doing interviews on these dates. So you got to make it seem like life with you is very exciting and that you have a lot in common. Okay. They'll remember you for sure. Okay. Mhm. What's the best way to treat a married provider on day-to-day basis? Um, I mean, I'm not really worried about how to treat somebody who's already married. I mean, they think that, they're winning already because they got a side chick. So just ask them for what you want, you know? Just continue to ask for what you want. That's why you're there, for them to feel like a man. Okay. Continue to ask for what you want. What? Would you give your boyfriend money if you were up and he's figuring out how to get his business off the ground? No, never. And the reason why is because that's not my responsibility. You might as well go start your own business, man. Take the money you're going to give him and go start your own business and teach him what to do. But make sure it's your business. Don't give no man no money, because as soon as he get up, he going to leave you. Don't ever build a man, ever. Okay? Mhm. You said, what? How do you hide gifts and obvious money from provider in your own account? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell people it's fake. Whatever they buy you. No, that ain't real. Lie about where it came from. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. How to tell if it's a narcissist or not. I don't look for any of the stuff in people, because, like, before y'all started throwing this word around on the internet for the last 5 years, nobody cared what that was. They just wanted the money. Like, if you ain't got it, then let somebody else come through, sir. Like, we ain't putting up with you if you ain't paying all these bills. Yeah. Y'all are being too analytical now. Y'all are doing too much. Okay. You care too much about the man and not the money. Just get the money, man. The goal is the money. You don't have to deal with anybody you don't want to deal with. Just get the money and get out. Just be done. It's like, you know what? Don't invest emotionally. You keep investing emotionally, you're going to be looking crazy. Treat emotions like money and don't invest it unless it's well worth its return. Okay. Okay. What are sensual feminine ways to make yourself memorable? Okay, I already answered that. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Oh, how can you get your man back without begging for his attention? Okay, to me, you don't. You get another man, and he'll try to get you back after he sees that you moved on to better. Okay? Men don't want you back until they can't get you back. Mm-hmm. The guy you're dating only likes coffee dates. Girl. Oh my gosh. Why are y'all being? Did y'all just go and find all the pick Misha questions that there is to find? Or are you just very new to the channel? Okay, I'm just gonna hope that y'all are very new to the channel. Ma'am, if you don't stop going out with Dusties, okay. I know you. I hope you over here trying to level up. Stop going out with Dust. Say no, ma'am. Don't go on no more coffee dates. Don't be desperate. Go find somebody that's a little bit older who has the money to take you out on a real date. Okay. If you're over the age of 18, go find a real man. Stop dealing with this dust out here. because you just wasting time. You said, I think she's joking. I hope she's joking for the sake of all of us. I hope she just pulling pick Misha questions out of the thin air and just asking them to help pick Mishas who are watching, who are afraid to ask these questions. Yes. Ma'am, stop going out with dust. Mm-mm-mm-mm. As soon as you hear the word coffee, hang up the phone. Delete the number. It's like, no, I think you have the wrong number. It's like, oh, they're texting you, you want to go grab coffee? No, thanks. I have the wrong, I think you're thinking of the wrong person. This is such and such. Oh, I know who you are. Okay, well then, no, thank you. And I don't think this is going to work out. Click, delete, block, goodbye. Mm-hmm. They texting the wrong person. They got to be. Okay. If you really want to make them act, if you really want to get a reaction out of them, it's like, are you sure you're texting the right person? They're like, yeah, is this such and such? It's like, yeah. Okay, well, I just was double checking because I don't do coffee dates. It's kind of insulting, but good luck. Mm-mm-mm. You say your concealer, foundation, and lipstick cost more than a cup of coffee, and he wants to buy it. Yeah, exactly. How do you make sure a black man never thinks that he has a chance with you? Get you a t-shirt. I don't know. Honestly, that's kind of a loaded question. Just ask him to pay for something on the first date or the first time they speak to you. Just ask them for money. That's how you get rid of anyone who can't afford you. Just ask them for money. First first time you meet. Okay. Whoever you don't want to date, just ask them for money the first time they approach you. That's literally it. They'll leave you alone quick. Hmm. How to find a rich man where you live on an island and everyone knows each other? Please answer. You got to find the richest man on the island. Go there. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, CJ Sparks, you had to flee out of the some parts of LA. I know somebody just said Russell had to go. I talked to him yesterday. He said he had to go. Y'all be safe out there, Get out. Don't don't stay there if it's getting too close. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. He said, what hurts is that he says he loves me and cares, blah, 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 blah. And then he does the opposite of what I need. Okay, because he's lying. If you want a man to be a man of his word, don't believe his words, believe his actions. Okay. So the next time that man says that he loves you and does the opposite, say, you know what? I love me. That's why I'm not listening to you anymore or trusting you anymore. You can go and talk to yourself and tell somebody else who believes you. But and then say, from this moment on, I love me. So I don't believe you. If you want me to believe you, then do what you need to do. Until then, don't talk to me. That's all you tell them. Like the people that lie to you to your face, left and right, they only lie because you keep believing them. You keep falling for the okie doke. So you just tell them, look, I don't believe a word you're saying. Just give me the money. Okay. You said, do you think it's smarter to have social media or not? It depends on why you have it. Or do you have a business that you're advertising, or do you just have it to take post up pics? It just all depends why you have it. If you don't follow a lot of people and you just post up sunrises and sunsets and ducks and water, then who cares? Some people use it to further their business, promote themselves or whatever. Okay. You said the Dusties were looting the homes. Oh, I saw that on the news. That's terrible. Mm-mm-mm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's messed up. These Dusties trying to. Where are they gonna take it to? All right. Thank y'all. I'm getting ready to go. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. Y'all, if y'all want to ask private questions, definitely join the Patreon. It's linked in the description bar. Join tier 2 it up, and you can type out your question to me, and I'll answer back within 1 or 2 days. But please don't write me a long, drawn out paragraph. Just keep it in a couple of sentences so I can respond to it and everybody. Also, thank y'all, everybody who sent me cash apps. Thank you, everybody who are subscribers, new subscribers, day one subscribers. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for being members. Those of you who are members and have access to the other videos and the cute emojis. Thank y'all for that. Also, follow me on Instagram. I am verified on Instagram. Also, yeah, I gotta go. But thank y'all for being here. Remember, if he loves you, he will provide. Sprinkle, sprinkle.